we're shunned on every hand, but we are looking for a city built above. Yes, we're looking here and looking for a city under where we'll never die. Everyone needs compassion, a love that's never failing. Let mercy fall on me. Everyone needs forgiveness, the kindness of the Savior, the hope of nations. Savior.
This is Chariot.
Among the shadows, living in a lonely land with strangers, we're a band of pilgrims on the move. Dangers burdened down with sorrows, and we're shunned on every hand, but we are looking for a city built above. Yes, we're looking here and looking for a city under where we'll never die.
Hello, Yamao Akwaba Eba Digital Lectureship 2024, and the 5th day of the digital lectureship. Now, and live from our studios, translated by the Brahma and Pay. So, I feel I'm about to click on the like button, the share, the boy, and the share content in the map from so and joining us live. Let us know where you are watching us from. We'll be grateful. Then a bit so anyway, interactive. And then, I'll pay more as a backup from you, coming home. A podcast I have it discuss it, the youth and dating, magunu any the same planche or whatever you take it. You become once but money so click the like button or more click the like button. Let's share. You are watching us live from Facebook, you are watching us live from YouTube, and you are watching us live for Church of Christ TV, Facebook. In the morning now share. Am I na insuntimi hunu baby a ohwe ye free so comment in the comment section na MY sa kwan so asapaka fo mienu a na mini omudi djuma no me wo Brashadrak e wo menche Brashadrak me mo akwaba
Yeah.
na apomwe
Ready Adam. Me ho ye papa.
ele na kopon ase Obed akwaba
Yeah.
so it'll be here. You are of course we are live from our studios, and we are broadcasting to you this morning. Digital lectureship podcast and I day Ebremo send a bitimi esuade. Now you are me a booker a jasa and actually so we annual program no a jasa ebe kasai utuyemfo ocheche or kasa about the bone of my bone, the flesh of my flesh. Book a watchro ya lanchi book no you are me, and you can see that here. You are me. Onya copy, you can get in touch with us. Roughly 158 pages. And you can get in touch with us, and we can let it have you. Topics the woman are very interesting. As I echo, I'll be talking to you about the topics in there, and you will be able to get interactive with it. You can reach us on chariottv@gmail.com. chariottv@gmail.com. Wait a na yabwao. Ana orechi and so for a jasa number and so yebebo the amount na wait akwanya was our so. Now here the car converting. You made a video. The car converting could mabruno. Said you see Jenny our planation home, send your candidate in home. enti emabunu ni edi nkomo pi efa sanema no ho and nkomo a ye ne omo boy ye bi wo ho a ye ne omo bo nkomo okumase ebi esunyane ye ne omo nkomo pi efa sanema no ho na ene no nkomo a ye ne omo boy ye no ebi anya betwa kire ne adwendwen ho ne abobo ho na ya pensempensemu e wo ha enti nsam de omo abro so but asempakafo na e wo ha no ne ye besua de na yetimi ayi nioma a omo kan na kwa na yesua de yi ehun de ye se ye beye se mabunu na aboa yen akwan no so enti se producer na hwen ya onhwe oman video bi a ye call K University na enyanom ani di nkomo no ye hwe sa video no.
You are good to go.
I look at friendship, relationship, and
Okay. Hello, Gerald.
hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please, can you share an experience you've had about dating?
Okay, think back in SHS somewhere our friends were in a relationship and it was just stressful. But then along the line, there was something you can talk to and then share your experience because when you have somebody you trust and you talk to always, it's a nice thing. So for me, the experience I actually saw people having where they had those friendship relationship and those trust relationship with people.
All right.
Yes, it's really to go there. And it was just stressful. But then along the line, there was something you can talk to and then share your experience because when you have somebody you trust and you talk to always, it's a nice thing. So for me, the experience I actually saw people having where they had those friendship relationship and those trust relationship with people.
All right.
Yes, it's really to go there, trust them, have somebody to talk to.
All right. So, Gerald, if I should ask you what you would look out for before approaching a date, what would you say?
Okay, I'll look at always the first impression counts. Her dress, how she's dressed. I wouldn't approach you if you are dressed indecently because I can't take you home. Yes, and also how she carries herself, her way of talking and stuff. Sometimes you see somebody talking to their friends, they're like, oh, this person is cool. So I look at dress, I look at confidence, and then how she walks, how she carries herself. Like basically, I look at everything, and then after talking to you, I look at how you respond and how you communicate. Yeah. So I take those steps.
Okay, thank you very much, Gerald. That will be all for today. Nice meeting you.
The pleasure is mine.
You a few questions about dating. Okay?
Sure. Why
All
not?
right. Thank you very much. Okay, so Paulina, please, what do you think about multiple dating?
Multiple dating.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Personally, that's not a good idea. If I'm serious with you, why the idea of multiple dating? Multiple dating is usually done by people who are not serious. They don't really know what they want. They don't know what they are going in for. But once you decide to have a serious relationship, I don't think multiple dating should be something you should do.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Thank you very much. Can I ask you one more?
Sure.
Okay. So, would you consider your ideal future husband before entering into dating?
Of course. Of course. I would really consider that. I'm not just going to marry anyone, anyone. I have to consider I am a Christian, so the first thing on the list, you have to be a Christian. And you have to be very successful, financially stable. I can't just come in for you because of course I'm not into suffer.
Exactly, I know, right?
I can't come in for you, of course. And then you have to be intelligent, you have to be smart, you have to be funny, you have to be generous.
Is that funny for me?
Of course, all these qualities. So I look out for all these things before I won't just come for you and stuff like that. Yeah.
All right.
So I really do consider that.
Okay, thank you, Paulina. I had a great time with you. Can I get a hug?
Oh, Have a great time too. Thank you.
Thank you too. Nice meeting you. Bye.
Yo, adolfo se hu ensem a etwagu ye nipa ensem a omo ka enyanom ensem a yetimi apeke kakra efi kumase a omo ka about dating mbobu na ekira dwen no on se obi a wadwen o se na obi a wadwen ti no so ekira dwen yo kan se ono de be man onye successful dia on forget it kra or is successful on forget it ana ba ko so ekira dwen se watade ne ntade hye munya dia ene forget it kra na wasapaka fo no ha you be doing some more. Brother,
Yo.
information say through too. Now, first of all, your reaction to Nioma Uti Emabune Kanawa Bonte.
Well, I think it's interesting in a way. I like their mindset. Dating, right? But as to say, Sa and Niemano, the right things to be looking at, I think we are yet to go deeper on them. But I must say, these are young people who are the university level. So looking at the school aging system, university. So final year, give or take, the person is around 22, 23 years. Within that age bracket, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Wakwabro Swana 24. What must I say? Looking at the way our school aging system, now say brochura, and I'm saying that because of maybe a little experience in Makunya. When I went to Memphis, 19 years. Now the old dating was 17 years. No more worry. But because no 18. No, so worry. Another one on 19. So it tells you say one more warranted. But over a part of the world it takes time.
Yeah.
So young man, one of the ladies also, or say he has to be financially stable.
But the kind of success about so say success.
Say maybe or success.
I know they okay.
Because you can't say successful in life, and never be break. But I want to dwell on the financially stable. Now, if you, I don't know if we could go back to the video, but Kaisa can say she's dating.
No, Kaisa date. Yeah.
But se ko dating, I can say, is she dating someone on campus? On my say, if she's dating someone on campus there, then is she not going against or no premise? Because someone I won't know what campus or no. Can you say so financially stable? What the person can say?
Yeah.
Internet say one in the campus where then will criteria now we use is the person fitting in it, right? I think say they are confusing dating and marriage. Number two, dating or dating just for dating sake. And I say, dating with the mindset say, may or prepare itself to go into marriage. What must I say? And Joe, some of these things we need to go deeper when we are discussing them. It made me impression is say it could be say our understanding in this part of the world, our understanding of dating, a different kakra from Abrofono side. Beside, about marriage, a lot of things go into marriage than Abrofono.
Okay.
And then I will tell you something maybe you may not know about Abrofono and come to their marriage. Maybe if you ask me a question on that, I'll tell you about my witness. This is not what I've read, but what I've witnessed. So, but Bema na say ohan dan oye ready. Ohan dan no so Ghana ha nye credit o nye credit system bi ania. So at what must say?
Yeah.
But at what point? And I wish us idea. So maybe when we get into it,
you better get into it. Belbe, your initial reactions to the Trebu Yaka.
Which it's you for you now.
Yeah.
So the common sense what any moving could in common. So the brother Shadrach can the understanding a moving with a war at the first casa dating very problematic. And I think say a bra and then the edging common we throw more light on it. Now ya take I mean brofancy. Inka brofanka I mean as a train you dates. Yes, and because any date is saying any date is say no if August.
Yes.
Until date. Until I no continuous things.
Dating.
ING
be a social.
Not say Debbie. Any Debbie. Debbie then is here. And only asem. So just say mini date I just say or more and maybe. Maybe I will be there every day. We go on there once a week. We go on there once a month. It's I was there your shirt now yet say Sakasa on acid. Now I say you will never be pen warriors. Either say why worry and I worry.
Okay.
Yeah, our for you need our for you. It is a Obi our worry. You would near my say our for you. And your own worry, so you share near my any who finds a way for you. It's say your car casa say dates na ever fall ewo a himfa. Our room and I say your own worry, not to say your own worry. Sana into sanity. That is say, I can't say dates in one so much as will be our own worry. It's Osha and Yoma Ecoso and Navy, I say, if I move more so Mocha dates in once. Meaning is a dating and a cost.
Okay. Yo, the Monisha, I'll share near my cost. Where's the Melbourne, your more than dating?
You dating.
Dating. You know, bet you. He don't call by my main trying to other four. So here you can write it down. Oh, but I say, you're more, you know, a baiting and you're dating.
The unspelled baiting, man. B-A-I-T. Okay. I know person.
B-A-I-T.
I-N-G.
B-A-I-T-I-N-G. Bait. Oh, bait. No. And yeah.
So they are baiting. So and then most of them are baiting. Okay, you can say obi bait here. Just say oh question. Now answer na obi nyam. That is a odi bibi.
What the
drama.
What the name the nam?
What the name the nam?
I said what they say about Basso.
And what the
I want the everybody into.
Into. Mati.
I something say and your man air cost system. Sir, dating they are represented the meaning of it.
Okay.
And obi ka say dating pet. Na can create say e bibia e dey bia be worry. So
dating
nka dating nka sa ka won say nka adwini na ye say oh maybe rawa mu na me share obi na ka me ne no etu na mu na ka me na worry.
Yes.
It's ye share it e won nyina e be keka ho ase. But enne day na nkasa dey say wo ka dating pet. It's no call university sir. Omega say oh I'm dating somebody. I'm dating somebody. And you can say no you dating.
A baiting.
Obeti.
Obeti
open amachi. Obi action. Nti eno so no open amachi a. O nyama obe ya obechi na.
Yes.
It's most of the youth are programming on my mind on how to bait. Men have programmed their mind on how to bait ladies. And certain ladies have also programmed their minds on how to bait men. So actually what they are doing, it is not like they are dating. So as not to confuse Obia and Kawaya ready say in
That's it.
Yeah, person confuse.
Okay. So
it's
nti me no so me question na me be say be so a me ma comment on both no over the baiting aba na me kwala me say na nante de omoye and say baiting omoye.
Well,
so
I call that friendship.
Nti ye beka ho asem. Nti ye be ni say ye pese e hyase every what dating is. Dating no ye topic ni youth and dating. Nti ye be hyase every what dating actually is. Na mabo ma hunu enyema bi a man for friend dating ana omo ye mo fe na enye dating. Oh na me chi no. See adwen so tie mabu no nkomo ana omo bo ni ya. There are so many things na omo ka. Me pese ka bi a ombebo video no bio. Wo ho na yetie nsem a mabu no wo say ye record ye ni kofo bebe di.
What my discussing what dating. Obi abeti ase say okay, so this is what dating is at.
Na
video na. Then it will make sense.
Okay. And mama sha semfi obedi so. Say ka say dating na. Dey any dating.
Okay, that's. Say ka say dating na. Say the na me di kan HH no. Ye wo obi a ne ho aso. Bible say be ma de obeja wo na enye wo na weja no na no de ho akofam oyire ho. Inti no Inti na ansa na obekwa aware mu. I mean, ubeshia ni pebi be ma na oba na ware. Inti no e wo say unya emre bi na usia be me bi ana se usia obi na ebia mutu anamon ti say na brother Shepherd ke kan say moye enamfo na ka mahwe say mu betimi aware ana se muntimi aware now sa period ni mu no na your friend say let's have a date yeah have time because a date your time that's have time time but that time no we write that time there's time for everything. Your time at your work, your time at your time at your time also your time also with friends who put Jesus who now the life is planned with time. Your time was fine. I was saying, I don't know how they say that. It is hard, you are sad, and I say, for yourself, for yourself. So, they ran, really coming. Okay, I hope that's I can marry. That was how we so say, you a man who will be glorious, a man who will be glorious. It is a whole Bible that period. You know, I can say dating period. Say, we need to see the young Maria. And son of the grass and breed. You will not be ourselves. And son of the even that dating. It's not make us say, dating us. Okay, and you know, dear and for brain, you know, friend dating. They are just messing them. They are messing everything up. It's you know, apart from say, what go to issue, issue be a daho, and I'll say we chance you, Rajo, I'm beside him. Winning issue no say a mundo and I say mundo. It's no good generation and last officer we play sooner. Diana was away.
So we pay dear now the you're not at I won't soon mash. Nsuo ni mu do se si do tie
that's adwini mu trepa
won fa na nsi man try
yeah ade ni say wo koto say nsuo da ho a wonnim nsuo no say mu do ana say mu ba wo akopɛ dua
yeah
na wo dia be si nsuo ni mu ahwɛ say nsuo ni mu do ana say nye de
mu no
eti ni say wo say obebi e na mo so wa sorry say ono nete na woni ni nhia ada woni mu bibia e na wo hia and that's why they are sorry na oba keke na ohun so otun and that's why we leave songs and that's why we leave us up sani pan o ti say nsuo etwem because woni the woni pan na dey abrabo eti no wo won jump into the person's life they also yen say ko pedua
okay say me to asi ya mame fambra from kakra mame
me gumu kakra
nti me be kire the old canon, what I understand.
Okay.
Then say it's a heavy one, not the same. Indeed, the old chairman said, fan say me abrantie am wo sorry na me hu abaya bi me hu abaya no sa abaya no oye sensu a ho
yes
enti da ho enti say me for the me hu no na me kware no a eti say de metie nsuo nim
aware pa de yendro
dating no
say ansa na obehia nipa ne say ka one ne be nante sa emre nimu no say opo no be ware no ansa na obe jump into it no opedua
indi dua ne ye ade
edua no ene ye be chiri
okay chiri
indi dua no ye say okope obi a oye outside you enti no papa wo ho aso penyi bi wo ho sofu bi wo ho so o ma de no baby a nipa no ote won enkrofo enim sa nipa ni nyina ye nwia yetwa ho hia wo betini akọsọ to sa enwia no ma kire omu ansa na mponu pese ukomu awaye
wako
enti yam fiti preko pe ma obi meka nche o se oh behu na se ni na also ai eya sa na akwakọ se nsuo da ho na wan pe dua fa nkosi na emu ye se o ma me pa na go ere e pa kwa nkosi odu na nsi na se emu ba e de na be no enti ofu bebre mem relationship dating na omuso mu dating no even you have to prepare for that.
You have to even prepare for dating. You know our no. Dating na
dating you have to prepare for that dating. Say nipa na won na kwa nante no or ye why na aka no wanse ma chiro. Ebia be na wo de si nsuo no mu a amo ohun se nsuo no say mu do na say mu no.
Okay.
Eti na numpo no say penyin bi etu for catch say sa oba we sa be ma we. Say ni na minim fa no ho. Then I will be. Who could dating ni mpo? Oh, I didn't. Sa dating period no kwa wonye de. Unwem. Ebia, so for get me catch you say, "Pe, about your pa sorry, no pray say ni. And so I dey be na me be kan say bi kire. Say ni na once I go free. It ifeni. And when you dwie bia o dey see nsuo no for 9 but when you dwie bia actually say ade we say me kwa be
the okay no ama makai the na ejasa any isusu ho ewo love and family corner
sure
say sani ma we the okay no we yes sa xx bebrebe na
sure
nkofo bebrebe wo ha ne x nko aba 10 no mu nyina tata no sani ma no no
yes because adwin nyina ne say emi say e was e date o say adwin nyina akoye say me tu empempenso bi a me ware a the o say me ye ne say o say date. Okay. Ama akwa do pepe so bia onyandu say ko wari pa ye say who did. Okay. It's in your person dating us.
Sure. Bashadak.
Yo.
My mama also na see I say youth and dating nipa pi na no e wa adwene e wo ho ye tie emabun no abonten nsem o mabro so ana ye hia say ye dwendwen ye ho na ye ka de ebetimi aboa na mabunu yi abrabo dating awade on person ware nyina yi enti dating no de ade
me da se Joe you can dating na eye nema miensa dating ka ho so dating is a part of so we have what we call dating we have courting normally a friend courtship to date courtship or courting and then marriage.
Okay,
now each of them be Eddie Bibi never
dating courtship marriage
sanema 3 each of them be Eddie Bibi never now dating Eddie what we call boyfriend and girlfriend never
dating
yes
Eddie boyfriend girlfriend
yes it's so to say oh this is my boyfriend me can't the word in itself not the or how
okay anything me jina o kaka no if you say mountain so no any impo ye nsafo mu say we say ko jina ho and tell me preach na me ka say hey I met Asume's boyfriend Asamaba
yes
batubom that ben e betu nipa na sen
intina me chiro mu
inti me ba inti the ochi nipa adwe ye twa adwe gina say the word boyfriend does not mean say one need that
me to was so that me pa ho ye be bom say no dey be come detailed right But the person child say, you dating, courtship, and a marriage. Dating, no, the deba, what it results in. Yana bonding so. Yes, a boyfriend or girlfriend. It will be say, this is my boyfriend. Just say dating a chum. And I would your boyfriend.
What dating your boyfriend?
Yes.
Oh, now I feel no matter what.
It's your dating, no your boyfriend now. Or that's what dating process in move. But the reason why no dating was to get a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Now when your boyfriend, girlfriend you are, then after the more ready some move and another step. What must I say?
Yeah.
Of your relationship. No. Another step is about courting. That is where Obama no can say, okay, we're proposing marriage. Say woman promise.
Promise ring there.
What does it?
The engagement.
They were engaging Obama.
Yes. The courtship actually and then a month for and the engagement actually.
And no that you see till no you can engagement you can't done work in one day. What about say? But about no say why engaging one just say they are in the process of getting married.
Okay.
So
I am one day no crying.
Yes, and the engagement is different.
Okay.
What must I say? So my point is say dating or courting. Courting so they back near friend fiancé.
Okay. It's also be a fiancé.
My fiancé and that's a more court. They are in the process of courting.
Okay.
What must I say? No. And on I say what the promise ring I day.
I say. Okay.
Then they set the date for the marriage. The marriage, see we are they back a couple. Say a married
couple,
wife or a husband. It's dating the boyfriend, girlfriend, but now I'm sure what's name of
my hit high point.
Okay.
So the Uchin Juniors out of force, oh, share Basada Kamiati say dating at the boyfriend, girlfriend, ever. Courtship at the fiancé and ever. And a marriage, at the couple. Until it say it will be a fiancé, just no on what dating, no, boyfriend, girlfriend, so I say dating what or muna or but new courtship, no, sa pepe, Anna, or change your dinner.
Yo, man, I mean, clarify maybe it will be confusing. You see, you date multiple people to select your boyfriend or your girlfriend.
You know, mommy, you see, some multiple dating, Anna, your both video, yeah.
So I will tell you why there's a confusion there.
Okay.
Confusion in the say when people are dating, they think say they are courting.
Okay.
What must I say?
Okay.
It will dating in panel. Omunya madwe bia so mbe ware. Be man nya na say o promise na be ware. It will just dating the person. But to them no courting.
Okay.
That's
only say
our day. Intina so okoto se ono oba foforo bi edi nkomo kra na o say we cheat on him.
What friend say na
if I'm dating you, what's cheating? What do I say? I'm dating to select someone to become my wife later. It is a dating it just say you are a candidate. It doesn't mean you have been the final person. Maybe you are one of the shortlisted. What must I say? This is our interview. Now you are shortlisted. Some of them got now as interviewees are mobile interview. We have not been selected yet. Certainly, make can say. Now, but the main person between say after someone selecting the once a woman step into the court inside, you are still studying the person. Now, what over assembly day, everybody say go and get people who you know to tell you much about the lady. But also that because if the person you don't find out how will you move your relationship a step further to the courting?
But okay, but maybe I'm more kakra. Senior say the intercession na ye part of our world. Because ye part of our world. Oh, but my mention would see school more, ya. It if I say your bass, and then I'm saying, na one my pushing a share or buy a pushing, and my catch and say, many you, but so I'm a girlfriend. My cat, your friend line, no, my young line. Would you 2 more, or just say if the Shada catching you so on the level, say that dating level, on the multiple of them, but I mean, person ever cause you ever call. You say silent here, there. The people Obana or Casa most times, so yes, oh, Casa winning who be only Italian money, but the person get confused about it. As a way of faithful, also only obedient who could be walk or so being that I don't even take once a year. I didn't buy the Uchiti.
So, with us, they're not when you said like Eka, you see, dates, you know, said them big and carry. Okay, a brave anchor, you see, on say, Kabia, he beats me around. He said, and that, Emia said like I said, and we get them question. Me a dino, a dino 20 there, and yet problem. I have both food dino matter too. But yes, this the money won't dear. He's either say, why worry? And I said, oh, bad the one. And I'm a what?
Yes.
Yeah, coach him who has said, yeah, shut down, Chichu.
Coach say, Minini.
And so that's why I have the problem.
Coach Minini.
Joe, that's why I'm saying, say, yeah, no, you see, and never go out, Mama McCranam can we? Never go on more, ye can. You pass it, this is not what we mean by it. So sitting on a platform like this, no, Mama man profonti as I say, Nipa na yesia o na edu omudin atototo to niema ohano. They have meanings to each of them. That's why I took my time to go and find out from them what they mean by these.
In other words, the opposite say about phone names no mu use
they mean something. What must yeah, no, you're twafra. And to because me they two be it just say they are in the friend saying they are selecting to they're in the process of courting to marry. Now, maybe that's one person in say, you see, we need to let people to understand. We have to let people understand. Say, so also who dating will be here, who dating to select your boyfriend or your girlfriend. That is why you can hear some of them say, some of you and your girlfriends, you can come with your girlfriend, you can come with your boyfriend, because or can girlfriend now only say when am I selecting? It doesn't mean say what is what must say? But what Obed is talking about is where you are finalizing your decision on your girlfriend or boyfriend, and then you stepping up to get married. That is a close kind of period. What must say? You are ready to go. So, but Joe, I will never advise say shall ban no china Coco Warren. And I don't think that's what Obed.
No, I don't think it's
now. This is the problem. No matter what, we investigation on be and perform some on you the person now who you are going to be in the soup. No, you need to make a decision, and that decision should not just based on amount for and some more market. It should also be based on your own empirical evidence. Empirical evidence and the one way experiencing. That's why you date the person to experience those things. But also to say, it is the time when I open the panona to say the brand say baiting. What must I say? Well, I don't know. You are trying to impress the person because the more now also cost a little ban or ban also best selective.
Yeah, also selective.
So also selective.
So one who say open a be alcohol. Or ban also specs.
What should I now can fine.
So my
might say member amount for to say yes, me for back.
Oh, there be
over to a tobacco business and boy. Okay.
It's who you kunti boy.
Maybe a kunti. Now to me pedigree, sir.
And I'm not
independence. Oh, no. No, and what mommy and brother, some comes. Me de toba. Me de toba, say, me oba no me peno. What do I say? Me peno so obey me yere. So I am going on a date with the person. To omo timi pie kwa. Omo pie akwa ha. Omo akwa ha. Sa ye pie no. Yen ga na ha pie no. Eya na enye papa. Adwen na techire odi mi pie na enye papa. Because gigi eguru so. But omo no opie say obenya chance to interact and test the lady to see nema bia yes the test into scenario.
Yeah.
But to be able to see say okay obai say nkra no abonten odidie say no kasa say no ye nema because moving common you're interacting to see a lot of things. I want to make us say what Obed is telling you no where the external people are consulted to tell you much about what you don't know about the lady.
Okay, you know, my main family from practical. See, in the sense that Fanny said, for Fanny said, you see, our only gone.
Aye.
All students anymore.
Yeah.
Anna, opese date. You approach the lady. There was the lady. There are ladies there.
Yeah.
David Neba. Yenina ya ba sorry.
Aye.
Yenina ya pon ya kofi. Wahia obi lady.
Yeah.
Opese o date. Inti say ya uchu adwena so no you only wedding come to a point where you get to know that okay we dating e beboa ansa na what dating. So the first time we share no you wanted to take her out and things like that. What will you tell her?
Good. So first time I'm interested in Obana Makushia. Joe, I'm not going to tell her it's Obama Pel. Maybe Waro.
No, our real
good. Now normally they're quiet.
So many John.
Many John. Into honor when it's your home for them.
You see,
what I said, when it's your home for day.
My mama Obed. Obed.
No, send me what was that question?
Well, I think
that's exactly what Obed was talking about. You jump into the process, you know, at the time when you're ready to marry.
Yes. When you're ready to marry.
Yes. Until when
you're campus. And I'm say a good example. Me what 3rd year.
Me what 3rd year. The answer say.
Me what 3rd year. First years for Abba. September rush Abba.
Yes.
Me who back or a nice. Or 15 specs. I mean your specs.
Yeah.
Say also pokokoi.
What the members are specs.
Or 15 specs.
Yeah.
And the of 15 specs now me approaching you. Then I mean can't.
Good. And I mean catch you say. Uko approaching for the and that means you should answer. But I'm just telling you, those who are watching say when you approach the lady, no, who approaching for the who approaching say that what's their end result. Open and I'm what worry that. Did you what you need to do? They say you try to build a friendship with the person.
Now for
hi, my name is Shadrach.
Can I be your friend?
Can I be your friend? I do this program. Can we? Oh, I go to church here. So you're trying to build friendship. What must I say? Ehono, wona wunim say obey.
But
me no me pen.
But said that.
But you try what I try meaning the also for. Yes, I
have no. I have serious things going to my mind.
Serious? They say serious because I don't know here come. And never be brajo ya. Never cost 1 year. Because we have not understood this whole dating thing. It's youth and dating. Now, sir, a singles conference it is actually for those who are ready to get married.
Also to train
on dating. So a lot of people are omoba jumedieno. The assumption is 2 categories: those who are ready to go, and those who are ready to preparing to go.
Yes, those who are
later.
Yes, those who are preparing.
Yes,
right. And I will be our shebi.
There be your own crown nduru ho.
And your own so nduru ho.
Until omo nduru ho no.
Okay.
Woman the people who come once because what 3rd year? Are you sure you're ready to get married? Say approach that. Kameka say yes.
But how did David?
No 3rd year ni obwa when you're ready.
David. Now, Kwame down so
because we try year 3, year 4, national assembly, that's 3 years. What must I say? So,
Ansa na wapɛ adwuma.
ansa na unya adwuma, in fact, 4 years that we need roughly.
Ana Ghana ha kura no adwuma no enye
What they
nyina na.
say when you adwuma no pay well. That's 4 years. So what must I say?
Yeah.
It is our time, no. If you are dating the person, that means that dating, let's say, you are dating to select the person, no, to really be your girlfriend. It's when you need period now, more quack day now, because I person anywhere. I'll be man of promise ring, and I'll be can't. So period, your friend dating period. So you are dating the person, right? But they have done yes, they say now, that's the dating period. Obey can be something in the idea. Now, dating period now, can't say, oh no, open, oko fish, equal fisher, but open.
David.
So we take him baby. Never. And don't take him baby. Oba, ultimately, you cry, you cry a fee. No, you know to a goodness at it. Let people understand. So, time now, copy girl, no. You are not going to woo her for marrying her the next 2 weeks or week.
Yeah.
So that is not dating.
Okay. So, Bebo, TV maybe feel something about. So I just want to clarify something about TV, mommy. You see, when people will for instance, me abanti, but she hasn't make kind. Fancy be a year national service to crowd. Me who lady do sorry, many general. And I'm a person, be share. Senior can. I'm approaching them so. Madam for. Say, madam for just 2 weeks. 2 weeks later, now my friend said, "So unshame or akramo." Now me do call akramo. The next week, now me do call ebia zoo. The next now me look piece won't that create the impression in the mind of the woman? Say, akwe the need like open me. That you think that we dating one me and I'm a pen. Now, on pay now later me switch kofa obi. Say myself because it was friendship. Say the Bashad friendship. Now later masa kofa equia. Me need equia to pay kaka. Now later me say equia better than yeah. Me didn't call zoo ne at their big cutting. What do you think will create in the minds of people?
Okay. The question, right?
Yes, but both of them.
Okay. So me say we are saying no about no talk to us. Yo, problem then say a lot of people select. I want to say yeah, you preconceived mind be. Say once a while approachy no only ma also open man for the day.
Open me
no.
Yes.
So and normally no beman and family pim kutia.
Yes.
Beman and family kwa. Beman and family kwa. And no purely in penetrating.
But from that we get the point.
And yet dating.
And yet dating.
And yet dating. And a promiscuous life. No.
Promiscuity.
Yes. Because or did you go me so?
Did you go me so far?
No, yes, I don't know. We are on the Cotrambe, questioning them, no, also, no more could be me.
What they live,
then, it's Saturday and I'm focusing here.
No, yeah, but ye and nanny free move. Let's take for instance.
Yes, I understand. But my point is say, so what's cool by what people are doing in our society today, there, it will end up in Saturday. That is why, woman, all the air thing. And every video is a question. Say, I know, but then the quack come on now. The cotton women or yeah, ice cream. No piece of me any day.
So I could ice cream.
Good. So my point is say, if we are friends, am I obliged to take you to all these things? So I think, say, people need to understand the friendship side, and when you are ready to marry the person, okay. Now, once you are being friends, I've been my friend for so many years. Because ideally, can we nipan from infancy and come in and force our moon
yeah.
Now, the moment we start to say who dated the person, she's my girlfriend. She's my to be an okay, the boyfriend, the girlfriend, America is so much said it do Satan or most of the damage animal. But a Christopher papa in the US, you know. Or that kind of this my girlfriend. That didn't mean only a baby. By me call for now. Me call say, oh, this my girlfriend. Again, maybe I will school man know about her. What must say? No, I best no. Oh, then I'm going on a date with my girlfriend. Now I'm trying to say, "Now go be preachers are more be a more school now more years and that's when I started asking questions. Say, okay, so what do you mean by these things? What do you do? Oh, we go somewhere like we go for a Bible studies together. We go and visit the family friends. We go and do this and all that. So that's when they are saying, say, omuditi, listening to them and asking questions. And for a short period, or they didn't know on par, or say, oh, they are friends. Nothing or more for. That's when they are ready to get married, though. Okay. By the idea, what about first year? Who first year near Waba? So, Obama will be crowned a final year and I say, well, we're school and are you ready to get married? No, so obey the two for girlfriend. That's different. Now, first year only our Waba, final year, maybe I catch us up. Now, if you want to know, now we no more. Now we now money now, that's when I will feel say you have invested so much.
Yeah.
What must say? But now when will be at Amfoke car? Will you say that?
Mati. Okay, but Obed, ye ninkomo. Oh, say kakreya ye sha se ya video ye bo ye. Ye sha se ya dwen date yenko ba bia o. Ye onioma broso ne. But yenko ba bia date no ho nsensem ne atwemu a eguso ayeken. Your take on the Michiwagi Johnson, and some few things I also the cake out.
Say, I mentioned the same few again. I will say, university, new students are
yes, September rush.
And why they? And I won't be.
Was first year.
And I wear
the new year in Tete, oh, about first year. I mentioned National function. First year, about first year, then is the Onimbe Bia, into your Probiam and Abuano, the from September rush. The bones say, Meba, into the bones say, what I'm having, oh, come on Antina, will be said, in the woods, sir, when you know, Sabem and a voice in a grab.
It's that is when you are following last. You get it? Every man is lastful. A corner will bear me. Okay.
And one okay, so
yes, and when I'm able to fear at the amount, men are visual. A new corner now, Bible, a kind, a common member. Yes, a new corner. So, and I, Honama corner, and also common member more. And I sit in a while, a man fan go. Okay,
excuse you, mammy.
You see, a new corner,
a new member. Remember no more problem.
Yes, a new akono. Honam akono, a
member problem.
A sitting ahwa for mama.
No, only a man. Okay,
open your mom, you did what
car who is old chicana, Dimiki, I better town.
Say, oh, who pay, say, as someone who came, say, and your date na some. Now, corner now, sorry. It's me, she show me now, and a corner. It is not about. I mean, say, Opubina did now, forget about it. And you know, now, send an hour, I say, we share first year, first year, on quite and I'm what's now? I say, I son of us, and not baiting, yes, Betty, when you're not watching, it's maybe about we or I come, Makusia, or baby, Chalon, it's say, or calling China or rather and say, a father for a never down for fat. And he was in a phone. Or person only could be 9 take time as some night. It's it
was that
symptom. Because I didn't come one. So, and also tonight, Emma, a being so no ever more. We go who go, hostel her. Who peers are who go, it's good. It's no corner. A lead you out to me at pinpoint because the only be we near the because Bible, like I say, you know, I the alcohol. And the eye is not also satisfied with seeing or looking. So the moment Uber or by we are sending more of it. Or that time, over page or hey, it's say also over your friends are and you'll be more friend, but I didn't say, dear, a man will call you a friend every day because you are corner and buy. It is a young corner. Let's say Bible says, "Shall corner swag." Who or banana no more fan who person will control our Galatians 5:22. self-control.
Yes.
One of the fruits of the spirit. So you have to control. You have to have self-control. Now, say, meaning say, oba we no me fe. More university, but oba we no me fe. And I'm say, "Ah, mo fe na no me fe." No say, oba we be madam for. I mo fe na attract me to her. Charlie, me ne better. Can you be faithful to yourself? Say, oba no hu na no ho ye wo fe no. Say, who need for your friends? I say, oka so no better, only better.
Yeah,
and I will say one
over fall.
That is it.
You tell yourself whether you fall or not.
It's when you go home oba, no ho ye wo fa. Now you Christian now say oba na mpa no ho ye wo fa. Just say, Mr. O, when me fa, but I can't be friends with you. It's one no cry no enwa approach no.
Yeah, bi no, ye hu bi dey fe no.
Yo, you
see,
okay.
Remember that time now, why you ready say over so worry.
Okay,
I
feel no matter.
So say one who that university start.
Okay,
that's the confusion.
That is why I'm person o chem. Nti the o chem o twen adwena say for say go university. September rashaba. Nkreya dugum ahofe wo. But the who say back ni ho ofe. And aban no ho ofe no oba won nchen o twen wa. E dey on ne be bone. Nti the sent ntin to ntan o nko.
It will be no course.
Oh, you know, course.
Yes.
Program the amount to be seen. No,
I don't know. It's in one day, and you are doing say, "Oh, I'm offended. I'm more fit." But I need to know about it. And you have to control your life because who did it? University man goes soon. I'm a performance to go soon. It's in over how it's in the point in say, stage, no, no, you know, something for free.
No, I say you
win. Who say, "Okay, so we do time over." So now I go to
obese.
Oh, what are you crowd?
Uni idea. Oh, what do you no realize? And somehow, why do you say?
There was something jack.
Why do you say? Maminka. Let me bet you.
That's a problem. I come on, say me. Obe can say me, which is very, very serious. Or say, me hu oba. Me hu oba. Me shena. No hear me fair. Into make a chance oba. And I make a chance me say, me no me a day. Me ne get away in for because me kwa me hwase. If I tell you I can be a chance me honda, and even told the lady before.
Oh, lady.
I told her.
Oh yeah.
No, just me. I'm not saying me preach it me saying that, but I'm telling you, say it is possible to do that. Okay, ni pana. No, they will sit up. They will see here. What over show?
David said, "I've made covenants with my eye."
No, na Joe manka se minchom. The obedi kani no when a person is a spiritual person. Now, yes, somebody yedi kan keken nyina no be obeka say, "Oh, that na mo kan dey realistic." How do you tell me say you're becoming a friend to people? Because we have taken the worldly mindset. If we are simple for no, advantage. Simple. No, so Obama no we offer na be man so nice.
Scholarship, okay. Because
what I say, Obama ban also the be ma.
Yeah.
Scholarship.
Scholarship so.
But who Christian na yes who say, "No, I can't do this because it will be a sin against my God and myself." And you know, who Christian you don't want to go into that. And the actually say, in actual sense, we as a friend, dating, name, boyfriend, you know, in actual sense, and yet what it really meant in the origin of Adiano.
Okay.
Remember, see a team, no, hey, have you not read? Now, can't dating and courting. We'll come to the scriptures and look at some of them.
Yes. But
I'm trying to let you see, say, have you not even read, say, the history of this dating and courting, no? Esther table, baby. And I'll be ready. Now, wouldn't say a time. I just I saw for we can say, your friend say, or Yahoo fe, and they worry.
Yes.
And then I disagree.
Yeah, Basso.
No, I mean, come on, maybe you know how some make me. The reason why I'm saying that, and I say, yo, Obabia Ubeshian Piano, a bit my a potential wife or a potential partner, business partner, or whatever. What must I say? Now the white side, it comes to your mind because all person will settle down. But there should be a difference between what you see out there and California and what now we share about campus now, so I want to date her near there. You know, say now for because at a point in time, no, we school can be a afan baby. 70% of start dating at Kosovo campuses, they don't get married.
Yes, of course. And look
70%.
But no.
Until I mean, said that means that you were just friends.
Okay,
what must I say? Until say friends in there. Don't tell me say September rush because I know now better September say September rush there. Then you didn't go in for a wife. You went in for a sex partner.
A bait.
Not bait.
You went to bait.
You went to bait for sex partner.
Okay.
Bait in there at the beginning of a year, you bait. Even at the time I also could dating. It's still a bait. I believe say many of bad Pierre. And I'm say many a dating. She's just a date. Intimate baby, so what are your aspirations? What are your plans? And here, opposite the actual call. What? How do you do things? So you have questions to ask.
Okay.
Now, Joe, question asking no. Who person who maybe about the woman? Yeah, no. Sometimes no must you. But now proxy dating.
Okay.
Proxy dating is say. Who baby now with the no catch up papa. Now papa I concentrate oba no ho nsem ayede. I can say eh omobusuam de yare oho. Omobusuam de sebe omo omobusuam because that time no we knew ourselves. What do I say? Very way. But say no, you was social media world. It would be share about Facebook so. When you didn't come, we share about Chrome Clan and didn't come out. You still don't know the person. So I say, it is the onus lies on you, the guy, to befriend the lady and start soliciting for a lot of things. But Joe, if you go in there with the idea of opening her, your friends, underwears there, then you are not going there for our ear. And that's how come you will spend so much to be able to win her to open her underwears.
I think there are comments that are coming in, which particularly is talking about Obed. Obed. So I think you were when in fact you maybe and see and we came in.
Yeah.
So first see mommy. Now question there, but I think I'll read it. You look at it.
It's I mean and no man no questions ne.
A koba.
And come and eat.
No,
now me can at the Afa University for side of
good.
Because now say can say I mean say we share will be out of say overring now a papa say I mean who can say be a woman or before pro that's a nice I got than okay so do you know say you want counseling for people are or mobile warren. The youth should be serious about counseling. Yetimini ubinante.
Sisu bi ba me.
They say you want counseling now. You're counseling for.
I don't worry to be
more. Say we ba warranty. You counsel.
Yes.
Uni say unyam be rua sa tibi enimu a. Okay. Say bia wo university. Uni say unya nimdie efa relationship ho. Say kwan ben so na me yo ba I was saying be man nanti kwan ben na me yo be man I was saying there is a counseling procedure for that
counseling procedure for onye
your counseling na
o men awade but ono pese ohunu ekwa o pese one o ba be nanti
it's in a Bible case for lack of knowledge my people perish. People don't have the intelligence on how a man like a guy if you're in university you should work with a lady. And I say, as a lady, you should work with a man. Intelligence will tell you, say, can't check at that stage, can't check why they say, we need you. I mean, it's stupidity. Who university? That's all who be one no catch up. I said, you need to one. You are not an intelligent person. I mean,
why? I think why?
Because you are not intelligent. Now I will come to that. If a woman wants to find an intelligent man, these are certain things that you should notice about the man. So the man is not intelligent. At the university, if you come and tell a lady, say, we need a cross, you are not an intelligent person.
A cross. A man in Toronto.
Oh, a man in Toronto. And you see, most of a man who say, Sabe Moya or Kais Nijimi, a sex in Tina Oba, it wants to be beating, or betting your mate, so we answer.
So also, Jensen, a man,
and acquire a gaman some. It's in the air, can you say? There is a prudent way on how to engage a man and how to engage a woman. Now, we will talk about it. I'll quote from the scriptures.
Yes.
And you'll learn about it. Okay. But, yeah, who say, where's share the panel? Now, say, intelligently, when in the panel, and I say, one in Nancy, and I say, intelligence will tell you, says, or by winning, there is something between them. Look, you will see your friend aura.
Aura.
Yes, you feel it. And he has to be one more. I can't and say, me need you home and I say, the actions and in the conduct.
So what you're saying, what kind of intelligence are you? Are talking about spiritual sense?
No, I'm not even talking about the spiritual sense.
Because we can have someone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, academically.
Academically, and even a wise will bet me wooly you to destroy your life.
No, I'm coming. I'm not talking about academics here. I'm not talking about spirituality. I'm talking about social.
So socially,
socially, how you can be intelligent.
Okay.
We are social beings. Say Oba Namhase, say Oba Tifia. Oba Tifia, na say me peste, me trying to say we are meeting our arena. Me ko kan tell say me need you. No, it is not intelligent thing. Sometimes you can have you forgotten the scriptures about when Abraham or someone saying or
yes.
Your friend is saying Isaac.
Yeah.
Now, or call again 17 or sister me call
or testing.
Na say the Obama me mwane biane insu the Obama me insu no asama me mwane biane no ono na obeye e dia ma miwura. I didn't know yet because say baby ebema wunsu anomo a e che say adwini bi e woni team say odwini nipa say oma wunsu no ma at that time no na emoa the livelihood of people it say oma wunsu no ma e che say obeso obo odwuma the intelligence ebe che say the conduct of this woman no e che say oyobi a obetina aye very good wife. The conduct of a man said a man ebesi opposing him said a man besi aye ni nyoma no ebema oba no read something to her. I hope you are getting my point.
That's what
the worker say be the man wako two so and I'm in nantia me say man ko before and say no wako so no it is not playing it is not intelligence which is playing by the man. Intelligence say o catch over we need you no nantia I guys we need you na say na me don na take
so my member the kind of the sense should be na boa.
Yeah.
So for instance from the church your church.
Yeah.
But a married church. And I want to get one in date.
Yes.
Fine. Me approach lady back. And so I want to be a friend.
Yeah.
I said me down fine. Wajatu madam fu. Ntia why be na the Korean movies na me ko.
No person you be adam. Do you write application?
Oh, maybe but the see you understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
The end now for but between the Korean movie or I say me chatting. If like movie you book be me chatting. Anna but also church while myself who I'm so madam chatting. I'm chatting both of them. Won't that create a problem for the ladies that are because in their mind that is what
I'm talking about intelligence. So it tells you say I kill now I mean and for the any heights out.
Okay.
A video of former no the way that they go about that's what I'm saying say minya and for the much say me cancel more about how intelligently you can move with a lady. You see that you don't need to how do you even chat?
How wouldn't they chatting?
How are you even chatting? Put me exposing who crack. You see, when you just tell a woman say, "Me need you," I mean, me need you. But the point is, what actually have you done around the lady? Okay, look. I mean, more example. Say, Ayana, you're quite evangelism.
Yes, you're quite evangelism.
Okay.
Village evangelism.
Or the emphasis evangelism.
Yes, yeah.
And your friend is saying, or mobile lead the big. And our coach lady now who's who any gin who no can share. And our point is say, Nayana who be only a call evangelism and also mini bra in a evangelism also okay. Yeah, only Bible moving. A conversation I will have.
No, you're having a conversation.
You can find a lot of ways to have a conversation with somebody without actually telling the person we need you.
That's the point.
Yeah, but the more only the panel conversation.
Yes.
The more only build the conversation on the conversation. It don't generate in the person's mind.
Make I just say the way you are conversing, the way we see it in common. And I bet you baby and common fact.
Okay. You might be conversing about spiritual things.
It's in only my mention what
Joe.
But I said that paper. Human beings, they are not discovery channels.
Okay.
They are not discovery channels. They are antennas. I mean, sense to be. Human beings are not discovery channels, especially women. They are not discovery channels. They are antennas. What's the meaning? They can't discovery channel. So say, who switch it TV and a channel laba. Now who switch a screen now. Then buy. Who say, open a hotel so antenna na o chinchin aba. I say about the Mario, no chinchin, no chinchin. And some a channel never.
Yeah, ever.
Do you know right now people want channels? For person who say, are they not so? Any 18 or kwaji or kofa. See, that's what me like the point that I'm making.
Okay.
It's no be say where the super sports actually where the all the La Liga the obi so who obi say where the motor S6 super sports says e be a car ni ade oba wo be rade pa wo hwe ni shape wo hwe na eya enu na ema obi ko ka che obi say me ni je no ho me person me no to enu no there is something that the person has discovered. But if you know say look, human beings are not discovery channels, but they are antennas. It means that you have to, I was watching chim at the end, you have to be turning it. Sometimes, even in marriage, you have to be turning it to get what actually suits you, the channel that you want. Because there are a lot of things that you are even going to do after, say, Wawari Nipan. It's young Rashi, and why I know Conco to be so say, you have to do your external thing. And you may be around your conversations, your approaches, okay, your demeanor. Now, what the way Obana and Abemano, you may be sitting here, they say a honor cabin may inform say, or very Namokasanyade. About watching time I knew school. What they who go school for Namu class. This is a typical example. No class for pet. Who about we out say about your camera. Who about their camera. What I want to class why a movie I carry. Munina near to show a na teacher with some question. At the end of the movie, we semester. Who says how about Umwadi? Yes. And I'm what? Yes. Who says how about we say and Subanti? You didn't say anything. The way I work at the group work at the mom. The way I obey say lazy about how to do the work, no one says how about for now. I say the whole system who the see, you know. Now, my dream name say, Charlie, you don't come here or penumpo. But, sir, no crowd, said I was not adding a 2 issue. Okay. So, that is what many people are doing right now. It's not make us say, they're a bit me up prevent to say, some multiple dates now, you can once me. Okay, say, well, we, I mean, well, you know, not it is not, it is not about a prudent way of doing things. And Sana, I will be one po. I can't actually say we need general. Now, when we say a final crazy because of the way like most circle no ACIM.
Joe, I want to clarify some things. I think say we need to situate the discussion in a way be clear to people who are already in dating. They are already in relationship.
They are only
Yes. And those who are about to go in. What Obed is saying, I don't disagree with him. But I think that Obed is talking about something higher than what the dating and selecting of people no ete. Because some now all can about being careful and not an intelligent way of trying to woo people or select a woman. I perfectly agree, of course. So ukushia obema ukushia oba ne ushia no a say many jehuna and na me just say any we as a 4 day no way tin na they all can make us say spiritual people don't do that. What must say? Because we Christo ni na unim say oba no nyankopon ama one. What must say? Now be selecting on now na kopo bra for the rest of your life. You don't just meet people and start telling me your number me pel. It's been going
on.
Well, no, T. That's what I'm saying. Say we don't have to discuss the thing as if say we don't have the right one and the wrong one. But what I'm coming to maybe now the time they make an say. When you are multiple dating, okay, it's a wise decision. What he is probably thinking about and he say you are multiple courting, where people have a whole lot of girlfriends I say omunyina again say abranti udachi biano or be promising me no aware me. Ono say that one no na enye wise. And no so be warrior no I prefer now for say unya get we ba man muro.
Yeah, what the bounce I ban.
No the bounce I ban.
Police they notify me say Ejasa
join.
So
enti we dey by Ejasa mbrem.
Let me interact with the Ejasa kakra. But answer na make call Ejasa so no me read some few comments. Omo share live no. Ma say kofobi to samba we chire to samba e ma me pa na. Omo tata me read some few comments to be in say na be betimi ehunu say omo hunu say a live show and they are watching us. Wait, mama, comment ni bia. Kameni beji. Mama comment ni bi. Na menti mi read. So comment about mama hu. Mama commenting Patrick Abi. I see we are watching you live from Asante. Patrick Abi now say whoa. These stuff. Mama can to na mama can sana wako. Prince Ado. Down so say watching you live from France. Good work, brethren. Koso comment nemo. Charles Kessie. I say financially stable there a key as a response to a buyer no Jedna Casas Ghana here we have turned everything upside down. The church is following the same thing. The discussion is super. Yeah, that's it. Consumer comment so Ejasa is watching from Hasville. You have to you be interaction kakra. Ubed Morty as a great discussion, enjoying every bit of the discussion. God bless you. Consumer kakra. In dating, we propose friendship and courtship starts when the lady accepts the marriage proposal. It's the process of wooing the lady. Great discussion. Well, Mate. Also few years to say great teachings. Kosumame. Comment anymore. Imagine you giving water to a single camel. A camel has the capacity of drinking 200 liters in 3 minutes. Rebecca will prove everything right to be the right candidate. Man or woman, be wise. Thank you, Brother Obed, for you at that point. So commenting a great presentation, great work done, brethren. But they just say, but my member video, say producer no wa video no. Ba could be na emabunu ye no na yenhwe. Omo tietie ba akoma me obowia na me de Ejasa aba
Chariot TV meeting Eddie Derek Pacho on swear
I'm say from Michael
Michael Pacho what worry
me worry about
okay but you the but bia be show e be di home come okay Pacho your question e be say ebisa and then efa dating na yebisa sɛ so ansa na sɛ wonya nware a o hyehyɛ o yɛ o nneɛma sɛ ɔbɛware no, what are you looking out for in a particular lady sɛ ɔbaa wei deɛ o anyway a megyina so de aware no?
Okay, that's a question I don't know.
Okay.
First of all, no, make sure say ọbaa no yɛ suro like God fearing.
Okay.
Secondly, make sure say the same faith ɛna ɛwɔ mu. Asɔre baako na ɛkɔ.
Okay.
Nsan hwɛ sɛ ɔbaa no bu adeɛ. Ɛna someone who is supportive. Sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ɛnkɔyɛ sɛ wɔn kwan na de biara wɔbrɛ ba ɔbaa no nso boa a ɛma wɔbɛma no ho henhan ho. Nti saa nneɛma wei na ɛyɛ a look for.
Okay, yɛda ase paa. Ne yɛ hopi sɛ wɔhwehwɛ no wobɛhu saa nneɛma wei a na wohu dada ne nyinaa deɛ ɛwɔ hɔ. Okay, yɛda ase paa. All right. Is it okay for a lady to ask a guy out? Is it okay for a lady to ask a guy out?
Yeah, it's okay. We okay say with me ask them out. But it depends. So before ask them out, you have to know like you have to feel the energy between yourself and the energy. Do how with me who feel say nipa or connection with you.
Yeah.
Nipa need the boldness to come out. Until you say who feel like you can approach the guy like friendly way, young crowd, simple. So through that, like guy in the that's
okay. So we don't say okay, say oba emisa. All right. Yeah, that's pa.
Yo, yeah, that's it. Say muhu. Say comment. Icheku ye ya. We kwame danso. Watch enyanom usunyane. Ana omaba. Eja asa me mawaha. So what me nka.
Meji osu John. O wife awie you.
Awie de.
O wife.
Awie de ya twa asa babio ana ye ne wo bonkomo.
O te menka, me say o wife awie yi.
Ye te nka pa.
Okay. All right, Eja. Me na de me say holiday nti me juju me ho kakra.
Yeah. Enti so we babu no video no kakra fine a ana we discussion no so aye have wa ha no so a mame musa weja dating ya they say etwago no dating na de ban ni say.
Well, me tie mo discussion no earlier na me te say more can say dating here abrofo no ade. It is true. Mo kan sa minimum adwene e kwan bebre nso. But you see say anhwe ya yebema yen ahwefo ne yatiefo nso aye confused. And so say ebomodin an itimi eboa wo. And how best are ebitimi aboa wo say we should also find our vocabulary in that word. Abrofono, yes, the word is English word. It is nyetwi. And sometimes yentwi no odi akan kasa no coordinate ma na I din kakra wa hia na kwet say mpanatwe ana ntwachia ene yi. So we should also try and design or find our own vocabulary. Yankasa sane yanso bitimi atiase in our own context or cultural context. Yankasa yen abrabo isu emu. Maka mpempi se moma dating ehunahunam. Nienti ehunahunam no say he's been there since Adam. I saw my aunties dating. Just was senior yehunu abrofo no eman emu. Ena imprim so senior yeye no. Mama Mao just within 1 minute mean describe one of my aunties. I mean who is a nudity in the late or mid 60s. Near me who is a answer na oditi no. Now nyankasa no why ready so beware. And then the man who also came, no so I already say obeware. Intino oba fear. And me auntie no were me parents.
wɔbɛtena me parents nkyɛn. Nti my parents also got to know. Said the man was interested in my auntie. Nti ọba obikyia ho a na me parents ama no agua. Ebi na me auntie no yɛ bibi no aka sɛ ɔntwɛn na ɔbɛba sisi a. Nti owie a ọba na aka kyerɛ ne sɛ ɔnkɔgya ɔbarima no kwan. Na wɔnkɔ akyiri. Obegyina ebi a dan no mantwa baabi ana obɛkɔ obɛfifie street no so baabi no akɔgyina baabi. Na obi so wodi nkɔmɔ wɔbɔ nkɔmɔ saa it could be even 30 minutes or 1 hour. And na wɔagya wɔ ho kwan na wɔkɔ. And it continued for several weeks and sana final day no eba no be ne ho ade. Nti no we can design or we can appreciate it in our own vocabulary. Young fa no say abrofo dinti ye boagu ana wrong because we are Christians. No. Martin Pimpi said I mean dating is wrong and some ministers of the gospel can say and into it is very, very dangerous. Whoever listened to me yesterday said uti minra mekan said those days na awareno between the parents at the top level Rebecca de and Ekahono. That time no was na ono ne papa obere man nkasa ono ne papa na ete na osom ne papa nti no osa nti mpanyimfo no na eka ema won obia ne bakra obetena agya no nifi ansa na echi no watew no ho echekura ansa na bia obo ne ba na atew no ho and so anytime bia na bibia ye kan ni we can derive and take some principles out of them. But we should also know that we are in a different dispensation. In these days of internet with all the Facebook, platform so to say they weren't digital. Yes. Mete unkapa.
Bese me modina kaka na o senior ma biso mame se na be ya ahwefo betimi ate de o kana siyi otwe adwe gina so enra ebi ahwefo na nhwe but wo mo hwe ne mi gye yes o mo kai otwe adwe gina se impo wo bible bre no na awade no eye abusuafo at the top na ase edi mu tintiman no na wo mo ewade no and they are 15 below there off me kaya sa na so kai se sanity a se bobosu bi mame
Exactly. Now we're 15 or below. In the end, I can say, Osha, ne wankasa no, enya ade a wanyi agina ne nan so, ori ye onua na adwuma. Na onua atua ne danka. Na onua ye ne expensive. What the mechanism? So that even the man was not in a position to decide who or the kind of woman he is going to marry. It didn't make us say, fat near my few honor, yeah, careful. And I intentionally made mention of that last night. But then we are in different situation, dispensation, cultural setup, and everything has changed. Even culturally, we have multiplicity, or we've been affected by multiples of cultural values. Afrafra yet is ya say yeshakut say can ye papa no muta manka me frantoma na me de abetra ha but yeshakut abotai idi enye bibia efi no ho aba no na enye nemu yebetime principles bi awum na ye de abayen and that's what I mean. We can interpret it in our own vocabulary ye be bayen ayendim ni ahwesenya
so what men kan Brashadak pese one wo edi nkomo nti ma menhwe Brashadak
Joe eja ye mo achibio to say aham
yeah
on say the discussion we're looking at and send me to say me dating. We trying to understand the dating, no, baby, right? Now, baby, and one thing here can say and say people go into dating with no intention of say or be warranting or dating. Jonathan the September rush eba say you university edu September na it's a new first years ebeba. Now first years na ebeba no obia kwakope ne de. It's you rush to go and select these ladies. And me sure say guys in the home because young guys now you second year to final year and the rush
third year for the 4 day
final year for the big crowd yes service or and but the point I mean person clarify and say these people no so they are no more quiet. Does it constitute this dating and some
Not at all. No, yeah, bibi foforo ekra and say yes, yeah, Christo fodia. Yes, say the home cautious sardine. Nemafo yade, nemafo yade. Yeah, call. Nti ye do school nti obi a ye nti miye bi ye mmɔ brasa wo wiase a wo mmɔ brasa obi a ye nti miye bi say obi sa ho a lot of questions say dey nti na wo ye na mafo ade dey nti na ese miye bi ana dey nti na ese miye bi nti wokoye aye den but I be na si wani so nti ense odi ohun wuram ayesa na je say infama bi aboa obi wuram sɛ wokɔ na amanfo num wi a wobɛnum bia na wokɔ na amanfo twe cocaine egu wɔ mu a wobɛtwe ebi egu mu ana and nsɛmbisa sɛ yebisa yɛ ho ɛno no nti the fact obiara yɛ bi no ɛnkyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ ne kwan sɛ me nso meyɛ bi sɛ w'ani da fam na wonim ne nti a wɔ school no mu a wonkɔ sa.
Okay, then said we'll be able to deal with some of these things, they may say we are mabunu na ebia emayo ya mu university bi na wunya ya ka be worry. Na in natural sense, when you're ready because of second year, third year, when you're ready, we all know that. With our situation in Ghana, when you're ready. And in that case, then Rebecca ama Womwa omunye ready no say how then do you connect with Sir and Maya when you're ready to marry them? How do you connect to them? Na that chibino ope ebia warrior what to me I can say oh about we creme minimum no and our branch we minimum no.
All right. Before then, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry, sir. Maybe it's our question. Shadrach, unya Bentley, ana Rolls Royce a wumpe.
Okay, utum for the India na.
Unya bia wumpe.
I'm here bia mpepa eja.
Okay. So how do you connect?
Yeah, say the whole internet here na me hwehwe nkakra.
You don't even have to think about it because we are not ready. You don't even have to think about it. You see,
because I'm looking at the idea of say, more school na mabishiano. You have a lot of friends, a lot of church members. Move right. On for an uncle to a ban so on cancer obe peno and as and open said we are 4 years. How do you make sure say Nipano or one of the people you can connect when I make where you can still be able to get in touch with the person in case that you're ready. Now per oba warrior, you can say, okay, these are within my pool, sir. Because I believe in say there's a pool of women that you're going to choose from. Of course, we are branching. I'm sure say just advice say a 25 years boy, so uncle a 45 years woman. And I say 45 years woman to go and marry a 25 years boy. So say you're going to have a pool of people by all means who choose a free moon. And the more you have a wider pool, the more you have a lot of options. To me, my say, in order not to go and tell Obama self because Obed was talking about the fact say it's not an intelligent thing, although I know to muscle. And I agree with him. How do you make sure say you still be able to connect with them without necessarily going to tell the person say me pel and that person me no worry and those things.
But Brother what question ankasa enye clear. Make us enye clear. I mean, clear, but enye clear. Enye clear. Say, what's the need for that connection you are talking about? What is the need for that connection? Because until you are ready to marry, you never can tell whom you are going to marry. If you are not ready, why do you want to connect? If you want to have just normal friendship with a nuanum opposite sex, that is fine. We more kind of side man here and just say, we cannot have friends. We can also have friends, even from both sexes, from both genders. What did I make an say? So, what is your purpose? To connect so that in future, and that's where I find the problem.
Yeah, I think that last one. I think I need to clarify something. I want to comment big crab with this connecting thing. This connection is not about say connected, say what selecting or connected. But I'm just trying to let you see say, say you real school now you're property. What must I say? Obi tinkan, obi wakodi kumase obi like mabale gone. Me real school no. Me call me crass or say she. Also, etin and makoba be me took those things. So I'm just trying to mention our friendship partner or can just a normal friendship. Can't we just have that without having intention to teaching our about win and maybe what?
You can have that. And I make say more kind of sad there. Why we na ko say chinchina we na me worry into me fan down for there. Yes, here you want to me that, but that is not it. So yes, friendship. You need to strike that these acquaintances I can. Broadly, on the surface, not necessarily what side intentions. But we school maybe up a say warrior. Nefe ebi si say adwoa magi. Ono kra say so wo hefa. Mama nhwe say me nsa beka no number na me nhwe say bi a onware ya na me ne nkasa. What the make na say. Then you be ready. But time one na efa namfo no na wadwene no enni so say daache wo be ware no. If the time be a be ready so wo be ware no, it comes. The names will pop up. Say if
that means say what people are doing or more friend or dating is actually supposed to be just friendship. General friendship that doesn't go into any deep things where you are not attached to anybody.
Exactly. You can still call it dating, but for what purpose? What I say? You see, dating must be done purposefully.
Because I'm trying to make a distinction between this dating and when you say there's a confusion out there. Any kind of Obama dating, it's kind of it send people's mind straight to not necessarily your mindset, but it send people's mind straight to say that you know Obewarren. So I say, meanwhile, not ready in any way.
You see, the word dating has been restricted to the only one definition, which is the emotional connection leading to marriage. Yes. But that is not so. I mean, Brother Shadrach, before this program, you dated me. You gave me a date. Yes, you dated me. Yes, we discussed it. And that is dating, yakasai. several times discussing the program. What the mechanism?
Yes.
That is a date.
Aye.
Now I can dress up and tell my wife that I have a date with Shadrach, and so I'm going out. What the mega to meet Shadrach, and that is dating. But when we restrict it, what the mechanism? When we restrict it to only emotional relationship towards marriage, that is where we find ourselves in this kind of complexities. Let me put it that way. In a creative problems.
Okay, in order for my boss to come in, let me ask you, say, people are dating right now. A lot of these young people, I don't know, you can young, no, but I warranty you can young people.
Yeah.
There are a lot of young people.
Okay, you can say singles. A lot of singles.
A lot of singles. I don't want to try to even put it as singles because it feels like they are not even ready to enter the singlehood for them to start searching. It is a single. Or not because single because we too attached to them. I mean, papa. Into one shot singles. Single. Then I say, what's it in the kakra? When you are a bit my day. It me say these people have already entered into what we call dating. The abuse one, not all the abuse one. They have already entered into it, and in their mind, once I be dating boy with there, many non echo into a channel of a guy and a banner catch him say, oh, bad banner can say, I mean, I think we need to break up. I just okay, I want some now. What are you breaking up?
Exactly.
Because when you just say, oh, so what are you breaking? So what do you have to say to all these people who are not ready? They are not even thinking about marriage, but they are kind of courting. They are in the process of courting and calling it dating, while they are not ready in any way.
Well, made our say, and listening to you earlier, may say, oh, kind say, Bibi say, Obi, aba baby or her, na open asem, but Osha, Senate and one way na okono where den sem pee beba. Say, ye nimunyansa, ye betri ye ho, efi, meka nyansa, meka nyamesum, ana krisosum, ana se chro kwan su nyansa. So we are spiritual, if you are spiritual, and you said it. True because the young cry there are kind of clients here. We're buying officer yentum. And sometimes if you have another member staff, because Sadi Pano who do guru until we are ready to marry. You can keep surface relationships without say deep creative problems and I'm talking about surface relationship, and that's where you can have multiple friends from both genders. You're just on the surface. You're safe. Kwasebu biye nim, disappointment biye nim, cheating biye nim, and
yes, sir.
So that's why maybe say maybe to minya Bentley, minya Rolls Royce amepe. But why should I get that close, too close to it? Na me nenam, na me bisa prices, na me check it, na me share me balances, na me check it. Me ha me ho. At the end of the day, menya broken heart. Because if I'm not able to pay, menya broken heart. So why should I go to that tangent, on that tangent?
There are a lot of mistakes. You be cry, I mean, because Ube school, one of the things among 4 can say, wabo 4 nil. Waba university waba 4 nil. Why I can sign won't say what to one man now I can say one so it's okay. Uko pepi. And some of them even start as early as 3 your friends saying first year, second year, 3 years into time so baby school crap. And I remember one time I'm a catcher me here say my sister started school or started first year na me ne me yere to the for na me ka chen say so nim na me chen say one boys he be say the boyfriend wa kosality be adwuma be di no. And my wife was like, look at this story.
What is your locus? Locus.
And me what I deduced from it, and then say we have a lot of people in our churches, in our system, we don't even understand at the end. It turning friendship into friendship with future benefits that it will come now when you know say no what better than X. Meanwhile, so X.
Yeah, my mentor, we've turned friendship into amorous relationship. Let me put it blunt. We've turned friendship into amorous relationship. In a woman, a friend dating, and Christians are involving themselves in it. Okay, 4-0. How about 4-0? To the Christian, it should be positive, and it should be proud, because to me it is positive. Say what me about 4-0. And let no one intimidate you with such comments. Say me nam will be catch me say me and will be catch him that I'm a toothless bulldog, because we attempted me several times in a anye into no for say me kramaya a sin ennimanum, and to me it's a plus for me. What a mechanism. I'm not saying it's a mommy, but you can tell in your life, say once, twice, when you were able to stand. What a mechanism. It is a big
say. When him say, yeah, remember what campus, I have about 4 people, about 14 people I can mention, which I don't have the right to do that. Or we go into this, dear friend, friendship and not dating, yeah. None of them got married. But your campus will be any say we again. When say we again, when him say we and basa. Now there are who say this village evangelism near there. I say o girl kitchen hobia. Eja why ye? Jonathan why obet my church room come. Ain't no o girl kitchen hobia why ye? Ain't no what do you special minimum beer or say or no unifufu. And I've known him from those times, you know, say unifufu, say obwa, unifufu pa. Name we do those days, yeah, we don't do any special, because again, we're kitchen hobby. It's you say, if you get to this point, I've 11 years. What I mean by that, I say, we must start first year. It's about 4 years, and no more than. Omo child campus almost 4 years.
Yeah.
Omo be trust service. Now 5 years.
Yeah.
Oria, there's a 6 years. No more that so. Uguso bobo no for our there. No more worry. And finally, I know one I know very close to me. 11 good years. Obi and him say Abrante in the game. Ababa we in the boy. Obi and him that. And they didn't marry.
Okay.
It's a say Obano of our own worry. Bemana worry for the past 5 years.
Exactly.
Obano that's so on worry. And Uben maybe I'll cast on now say lady way or I'll say Abrante where you so I mean Baby. The question is but they were just there as friends. They were not really doing anything. Me my dream was not making it. And these are some of the complications. And Mama Busa said, how do we go about it so that Enkobate say Namfono Abe so intimate? Ama Ubibadwin say Bibi say Ekos.
Yeah, I've already said just maintain surface relationship, because nipani your meet or your meet school or your Christian sister or brother, because on an class, sorry, and that is where it should end. Don't go beyond and start doing things married couples do. You see, certain things are reserved for spouses. I'm talking about married couples. So don't go beyond the surface relationship in school or when you are not ready to marry. Otherwise, that dating will be termed premature. A lot of people are prematurely dating, which is wrong, because we say mpanyinfo say ufiti preko po wose a emoja ebeba. In all honesty, most people who dated was school no urinya more than 2% are eware. No, a very few. And in fact, not records actually say just about 1% per in a eware their first dates. So why can't we look at that and improve upon that? So you can achieve 5%, 10%, 20%, 50%, only if we are going to wait till when we are ready to marry. If you want to know senior way a year time, FR, and you are dating now, begin to count your exes. I want everyone who is dating now to begin or start counting his or her exes. And I bet you some can have as high as 40, 50 exes. So, look, how are you going to be proud of yourself? Say, if you are when you be a person, now you have this number of exes. And I tell you, when you count them and got 25 or 30 exes, it means you have also been X to 20 or 30 people. And so just look at yourself. And if you're a Christian and you want to stay spiritual, ask yourself, is it worth? Does it worth it? Is it worthy? Does it worthy to have this baggage behind me, having X's, multiples of X's? So my advice is simple. You are in school, and the purpose for being there is to learn. So pull all your resources together towards that purpose. Focus on your books and your education. And when you come out, then you realize that the higher you go, the better it becomes. What do I mean by the higher you go, the better it becomes? The higher you go and you meet the higher people up there, and then you get the better, perspective of whatever you are looking for. Because you can make better decisions. We school, I feel stress, books, any other stress in news now.
Okay.
You can make better decisions. And so this is my advice.
Okay, yeah. So I think that what clarify asem no ama enyoma mu ada ho yi ama sisi yate ho ase e wo sa kwan so. But said na bashada keka no campuses ne de me ha many nka. It's not only KNUST or Legon, across
Everywhere.
the student body. Yes, with the Christian, I mean, me can't even church anymore. So no more.
Yeah.
That is encouraged. It's first year the boy, or second year no more church in him. Third year the girl, or second year no more they are there. And some take as long as 10, 17, 7, every check still if you acquire and worry. My question is what should we do? You see, it's happening in the campuses. Campuses number AAC. Dear na yenye say, should they just go and cut it off and say, well, digital lectureship, podcast, yenye ready, into cutting it off. And I say they should transform the omo to a different form, which will be helpful.
Okay, Joe, you see, I agree with you that it is happening on the campuses, but I don't want you to limit it to that place. Oh yes, sir, you are underestimating the problem. Look, JHS, it is there. SHS, it is there. Maybe the difference is campus, because you live independent life out there in but it is predominant in both all the levels of our education, maybe except primary na minimum. Now even there are records even primary for krapunu, they know they have girlfriends there. Now taking it out from the even schools, go to apprenticeship. Are involved. So the thing is, main canon epidemic is pandemic. A pandemic. So don't limit it or restrict it to only the universities. It is all over. And so my advice is simple. Ecclesiastes 3. There is time for everything. There is time for everything. Every young man, every woman should read. Time for everything. Time to sow and time to reap. When you reap, when you are supposed to sow, you come back to sow in your later years. And mamen chire mo bibi kitu ebi na femi mfa insi ha. Hwe uhu akokora biara wan hyehyɛ ne bre yi a ne nkokora biri mo ese okɔ pension na anka ɔtena ase no gye na home no obo se saa time na ɔyɛ adwumaden because he started reaping when he has not sown. And if you reap, you surely will sow before you leave this world. And inti mafutu sem, and this time there me too for men counsel me too for ankasa. Mafutu sem ne say, time your life. Time your life. E makwan emania ekoso atwa ho ahia ewo wiase no influence your plans for your own self. Inti afutu am never man montwe mo ho fim. Look, go back, tell that girl, say, I think I'm rushing. I think it's too early. So let us focus on the reasons why we are on campus. Let us focus why we are in this apprenticeship. Let us focus on why we are in SSS, in the dorms and whatever school compound you find yourself. So, Niametimi Akanenu Joe, it is predominant and it is no more endemic, but it is pandemic. And I believe that you understand that word better than I do. Everywhere, universal, everywhere.
Yo, that's it. In fact, what clarify so many things why before I make Jawa Mwakono. There's a question I think I mean drop it in amount. Now we are na ye jaw kwan. To say we ni ya chwaba. Ana a thing kwankwan say ana ye bon komo dating ho. Question we free a whole little Paulina or say some people say when you don't date, how would you know the character of the person you want to marry? So that is the question. How will you see it? How will you respond to things like that quickly now? If
you want to know a person, we have, a lot of ways nipano. And let me also assure her, your beard there, her say, look, some of us have been married for over 4 decades. We are still learning. We are still learning, knowing ourselves. Paulina, you yourself say, many man can maybe some questions be, and you realize that you yourself you don't know yourself much. So the only way to go about it is get ready. When you are ready, you date and you get to know. I said earlier, just few seconds ago, say, when you are up there and you are mature enough, now when you school, now you get to know who that person is. Who that person is. And also, never forget to talk to counselors. And in this case, I'm talking about professional counselors. You see, don't date or don't go and grab one, connect someone, and send out an upgrade counselor. What an upgrade counselor, there's nothing much we can do. But you can talk to counselors daily, and they can help you, guide you to make certain decisions. And I have a lot of singles who come to me, students, they come to me. We discuss how to know people, both men and women. And when someone approaches, they come for counseling. We discuss the issues. And then we don't tell them exactly what to do, but we help them to open their eyes to see things properly for their own good. I'm not going to tell you, so this man is good, this woman is good. No, we don't do that. But wow, from more interactions with whoever that person is. Na yabue weni na wohu se na nema na ani sote. So my sister, please, patience. Have patience with life. When you are ready to marry, date. But if you are not ready and someone approaches you, seek advice, seek counseling, and that will help you.
yɛda ase sɛ awie wobɛdom yɛ megyere yie sɛ ahwɛfoɔ asua deɛ mesoma asua wɔabiebie nneɛma mu ama nteaseɛ yɛ adwuma yɛbɛfa fotuo afi mpanyimfoɔ hɔ sɛne ɛbɛyɛ a mfomsoɔ bebree a nnipa tayɛ no yɛso yɛbɛtumi apa ho na yɛayɛ nneɛma yie yɛda ase sɛ wobɛka yɛn nsa adomdom yɛ yɛbɛsa ɛne wadi nkɔmmɔ bio nti yɛbɛgya wo bye bye
Bye mesoma
yo agya sɛ producers no hwɛ ya mɛsɛ your interaction nya ya yɛpɛ sɛ yɛsa abɔ saa video no so wobɛtumi abɔ video aka no a ɔmmɔ na sɛ ebi ni hɔ saa deɛ a ɛneɛ na yɛdi nkɔmmɔ.
Edmond, please, what do you think about multiple
When it comes to romantic relationship, we have several. We have courtship, we have other forms of romantic relationship that can ensue between two of them. You understand? Now, you decide a relationship and you are going by dating application. That means you've opted for
now the question is, before you got married, what was your experience with dating? How was it like for you?
Okay, so to me, I think dating is a steady process for the two partners before you get married. And then it gives you the platform for you to know your partner very well and then know how to deal with partner.
As I say, school and
yes. So dating is like a school for you to actually get the final results or final decision as to whether to be with a person or not to be with a person.
Okay.
That's my experience so far.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask an additional question based on what you are saying. So then, would you then say that it's okay to date multiple people or just one person? What's your opinion? Also, we need we date nipa baako and I say for 45 billion and I visa.
Okay, so dating is precise. I think it's a definite decision. So before you want to go in for dating.
Yo, Adolfo, we are back in the studios. But Obed, quick one. And your man just have your reactions to some of them and quick one. Your questions are trooping in from our social media handles. Now it's me about some
it just as and someone or the MI. What clarify some issues at the MI. baako ɛne sɛ yɛka dating na yɛwɔ nkurɔfoɔ a ɔmayɛ ready ankasa sɛ ɔmo deɛ ɔmo aso sɛ ɔmo sɔ ɔmo ware a ɔwɔ sɛ ɔmo kɔ awareɛ mu ɛhɔ nsɛm ɛwɔ hɔ agye de sɛ yɛbɛka ho asɛm na biribi a ɔstress no obi a ɔnyɛ ready na nso na ɔsɛ ɔyɛ dating ne ho nsɛm na waka bebree ɛde akyerɛ na deɛ mɛka ne sɛ ne nyinaa yɛ yɛakɔ no a adolescent wonyini a ɛba nipadua no mu no ɛno ara na ɛdi anim kan ɛmɛkɔyɛ sɛ we need to satisfy those kind of sexual appetites ɛna ɛma drive our emotions you see the part of the brain na making sound judgment no so is that same part of the brain that makes emotional decisions okay it's no one here you are going to miss emotional decisions with sound judgment it's no idea anka wo say nko say idea we die mean drew ho na I mean say me ko for bad dey nka I didn't know say me ko for bad at that kind of age no who say your emotions will come and I mean play out once now you follow your emotions then you are going to do what you're not supposed to do it is a work and go we no today no I quite say no also when you girl I mean also when you boy na heading okay or you a boy or you a girl in quotes if you are do or say or boy and girl like if you can you know I mean in the system that we find ourselves today it's really a big problem Uko University said na brother Shegereka say Oko school or California na enkrofo and then people will laugh at you for saying say probably krabia uno oba nada or your bema no oba nada I mean they will tease you they think say you are colloquial and all that
and then gay one way on because
I hope you get it so we have the system is so corrupt to say how we are defining certain actions of today you know, please it doesn't justify the actions if you are talking about say I'm dating somebody I mean, but the more you know, you are some more ya. Also, I would say, bro, for dinner, what you say you are dating, does not justify what you are doing. I don't know if you are getting my point.
I get your point.
Say, who know be good, like only in Canada, who university, who so worry. But I'm so catch your friend. They say, oh, I'm dating this girl. I said, it feels normal for you because that term, you know, how we use, you know, why do you say it justifies the action? You get it? So we must be very, very careful, especially Nipa Dodona, maybe I feel or more back your friends say system university everywhere system because say one here those actions now now it has its own I mean implications in the future.
Yeah,
and we will not go there right now.
Yeah,
Mr. Asas talk more about it. So I think
yes. Just I can was in fact. Yeah, I said new man or discussing train say there are so many say new man new man university campus was so it comes with a lot of heartbreaks and a lot of issues that years back now that's it dependent. See so nipa on nantia be say we share university September rush and I'll coach no first year and I'll na yes for instance one na nampo one na ya afede ebeduru brebi a get na so awade wo so kra say ho so na eno no akoye ntokwa ne ade get no enya ojai wachidie ko ware bema waya yi a na eno ho abada ni su na eno ho twadwo ne ade hu get yi a na eno ho nsensem sa so
and especially a man no mo hwe so you see a man I mean, we are physical beings. You know, when you talk about the four beings of humans, man is first physical, okay, and the second part of a man is mental, and the third part is spiritual, and the last part is emotional. So the emotional part of a man is always at the last end, and the first part of a man is more physical.
For the male gender.
For the male gender, the highest being of a man is his physical nature. If run about the mental nature, if run about the spirituality, when it comes to any emotions, for a woman, it's turned upside down. A woman is more emotional, then more spiritual. The second being is spiritual, and the third being is mental, and then the last being is physical. It's oba emotions were higher. Bema emotions your last. So say Bema approach you oba. They need you only at that age now when you are going to have emotional breakdown. And many women are growing up or many are emotional hurts. But a man will not be affected by emotions because I'm not in emotions never last. It's what about and I was say relationship so we don't go in. You see, when a man approaches you, it's kind of with the physical. When he gets the sex, when he gets those kind of things, it satisfies him and that's all. No. But you are attached, you get bonded. Okay, you get bonded by your emotions. So every woman must be careful. A man also and I say, oh, bad so decided I won't find my bear ninja. Into the man also needs to be blamed. So, and I said, I say, a man are trying to compete with the men. And also, you
compete in a sense, Jim Babel.
So, say, Maka said, a man are more physical. Tiziano, a man also more emotional to protect their emotional beings. Almost Daniel say they also want to be physical. Just a woody shiami, I'm using Bishia. And then a man pay if we are senior man, pay physical things or pisca or perform. You see, or pay near my physical things, near man in Sabit Miaka. And no ban or do you know your bad because of the things now. I want in saying. It's even in our campuses, nursing training colleges near them, you see women, you see ladies like bragging about the things that they have. The boy be Toman, the papa be a Toman, Sikebia is send the brain. It's a man I've been in more physical of the things now around them. But if men are physical for those things, that's a war ban so quite physical for those things. I can say your natural being is not a physical person. Your natural being is emotional. At the end of the day, it will hurt you. It's in Enona, a dimu quetre, move school, move time as so worry, any other. No one's not behind on what for so cry could put you cry no. But now who or ban who emotional head because you thought to say when you were in the university, when you were in nursing college. You thought to say, why about more fair? I mean, you were ultimately running, money at day. So you thought, say, well, you catch your own tea. But it will catch up for you. It's in a man now among damage their emotional part of life. And they should also be copying things that are going on social media. TikTok, Instagram, they were a man pastor or casa. Your any idea. And when enticing most people, even a Christopher man. Say almost no better try some way puzo almost actually area say I mean day to they are there. But I mean this is a Christian platform. We are telling you say don't indulge yourself in those things. Because any money near there a bit boy so you buy. Now a man also in and fuel. Then it's almost no a pork or those kind of things.
So that's it. We say Mwadaho. Nioma, I maybe some few comments are eba. Ansana bashada questions biaba bebusa mesha say full so ansana maba obedo so na afia ye discussion no akọ you say omo university omo ye omo ho sa omo ye nioma university ho no omo ye hu ni say omo ye ncho omo omo ye cho omo yatra ti ligon na onam didi nkofo aduane na o yes be
na jo mo clarify for no so say ye ti aye kan ye twam wo ho nti na ye kan
yes see
what ma say o say
o ma me tik ma me nka me die
na sasa ma be kam nya
o de me say abem ma me nka me die ni ma me nka kura ansa no aka because man for she dey tie ni me dey tie ni be 4 years ni nyina dey 0
okay
0 but dey tie ni say ti
yes 40
over 40
and 4.5
and me bo 40 after 4 no na buy
and me sure say 4.5 no say me call 40 no wie ebe service me in the middle of the service na me adwuma
okay
it me adwuma then the next time me dwen home say me worry so that's why I call it 4.5 but you me the person me chere say there are a lot of people are more don't can say we don't know what we are talking about. I want them to know say we know what happens there. What must you me Independence Hall, the best hall in the whole world. Okay, USC.
Dormitory na hall.
Na Independence Hall, no, Joe. Minim a Miss Hall. What must Miss Hall no? Minimum mema koda.
Emma
Edem wa. Yes, on Oban ko on na na for that.
Yes, member no koda memu.
What must say? The we know I am no friend Salome. So
Salome.
When cried in Salome, utim say Susanna straight. Susanna straight. Because they tell Susanna, Salome they say Oban ko on them and I will bear my down. Where they Susanna, as Susanna and they say, they never for that bed or the next bed, the same room. It is an crown and down for no person. Sorry, echo baby, and I say, oh no, what the hell?
Yes,
and I know something say,
yeah,
it's a Susanna. Now, the members of me chill, I'm a union, say, because we know those things, we are telling them, say, we have multiple, just a kind. 1% and they end up married.
Yeah,
I mean, evangel. The term kind of no. I was just trying to bring the point. Say you became education leader on campus.
Yes,
and there are several stories. Me
hu bebre.
Me hu krofo na omo church secretaries. They were like connected to other ladies. Actually, obo say said them find a crown, a better one. And that's what we are telling people saying when you finish school and when you see what start to say we you man when sika. You are one of those say Bibrina or Russia.
Now how?
Now how?
See, mama dey funny because me hu omo doko ne nemba. Uni doko ne nemba. Ba man ne obani na pamata de ko. Omo ware you.
Oh, campus.
Campus, doko ne nemba. Oh, na ọba fọmata adị no ọmụ kwa ha no mu se nti manfo nyina nim se we anyway enso se ne ọma aware agbo oh what do many
one I will say omu jaisa the next album na say utility features
yes
na jo dey I will say sacrifice na voice na truthful to ourselves. Don't want they end up sleeping with those partners. What must I not obey the can say last now last so there. Which is James said, ebe wososo a eye bone ne de wo na bone no so ba wi no so ebe eno no nti obechesi na nye sa na e kan akajo obi a wo JSS obi a wo SHS obi a wo university level na ade na a wo koto dragon ene yesi ebisu kra de sen we tope ene ba ku bi ana na mete o se omo de den social media also kika
we the rush now the paracetamol those painkillers no
men go the menchiri mu nyina menchiri na boy se mekwakoye na wakwakoye saade na sebe ya obetimi agina oba no so 40 minutes hey mami girl if you don't know KUSC one guy now NDC a communication guy na your friend no Philemon Lano Philemon Lano NDC communication director no I assistant or a member of the team no. He was the SRC president of KUST when I was in final year. Now I think so Dimechi, that's so Dimechi, and I said or second year when I was in final year, or whether one of them. Ne vice president, no medical school. Or konunum sa a Viagra ne webi. Yeah, what campus or no vice president? Yeah, no free mo. Yeah, na or more ST form. Or when he was still there, like one semester be. Or really, kujina gay business Emma Ouye.
Oh.
Yes, he was the vice president of KUSC SRC. Oh, yeah. Oh, 80 and baiting. No. So this kind of baiting, no, is not correct baiting. No. Oh, person will impress your bar. It's still baiting. Oh, you want to impress the lady? Say, one hour baiting me. I no so. No, correct is hard, man. I do my question is sebi a group. Sebi. Nipa ben and your main born no say. Ontena oba so engina no so for that long. I fiction. I am pornography and no one our boys and everything. Now kaya campus is the man and I could do your romantic.
Yeah.
Omoka what they mean is say one among finance day and so on your back on your say now you want a bear sad dealing name yeah. Uncle J ne
Uncle Tenica.
Good.
And I person can.
What was it? Now because Uncle J results.
Okay.
Because
so,
someone said, so who university ne training colleges ne now Oko catch your body say we need to know say oh yeah. Then I'm and like it's
no. Omuchi street is our Ben Nantes Uncle
M. Now talk credits now. It's maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Because I come from sign can only easy now. It's there is nice being one. Don't say yes again. Because over say a lot of things. So I mean I'm saying I can't do now.
But so I don't form. I mean, read some few comments. Then we come down to they say omo ready there. But I just want you to think about this for me. Now after phone so so free home.
Yeah.
What are the don'ts? They say a branch and we're ready.
Okay.
And audit the don'ts of the dating. Yen kind of one same kakra. But I mean kind some few comments who say eba where from now we have can you explain dating once again? Some more from Abetifi. Okay. Wrote that Kobina also. So what if you have met someone who is serious about you and want to marry you? You are already in a dating process, but during this period the person isn't in the country. Is it advisable? But anyway, I know quick one on that they'll say, so what if you met someone who is serious about you and would want to marry you? You are already in a dating process, but this period the person is in the country, isn't in the country. Is it advisable? Dating power outside the country.
No, say who ne pen wa ha. Ebia na one ne nate e wa ha say onim wa ha. And sign o to find na and na say say online dating ni bi na o kan say
okay. Omra yi. So Rhoda, me so drop a comment ni bi o. Sa
hu ni yi because say nipa no ha say na one na nante kakra. Ebia onim na ebia otu kwan. Ebi kwa na one ni nye date wa ha say. No otu kwan but onim na ofre o say ebia or what I say, no, say be say at least when nipa no ho ensem kakra.
Don't you think say we are assuming say they're all kind of question we they all kind of just say you are assuming say this person that dating we are all kind of the correct one.
Oh yeah.
Sana who assume. I want
Oh no
aha. Sana person will clarify because I answer going to say it say and yes type of obi a waso awade ni bibia then and you can't waso awade and it's not always the case say mumienu nyina no muye adwuma ana because one were on campus na yeah ba first year of final year no first year ni no second year ni in the first year ni ware
yes your campus
real home na more young people the more doing a mobile one another but only maybe I thought I would hear agony on my say you hina o here se sabe o ma me no papa e will be na se o mbetimi ahwem ana bi kra brante ne ama no photo mi sika o ni sika na so betimi aware no atena mu a I don't think there's a problem on my say no monko worry but what when you ready out is a kosi pon and tie that time no adwuma krafe na won unim where you like why to say need to know need to
Niti nito.
Why is it so be?
Only tinito. Okay, now yeah, and the
question. No answer the tino. Only baby or only direction.
On a one who say we tin the equal as the two.
It's just only direction. So tina am direction. What man say? It's who ye niti to now take campus ono we Jakuba.
Where they a
Jakuba. Oh no, yes, I daddy phone be to say on from papa daddy. Over a Jaku and a Jacobna a Jakwami and own crop won't be no. You have to leave the cycle. You have to break out to be able to say so for baby so deny it.
So but the okay, I know there's a question I will say about answer. But before you number the don't also. But my main kind some question say, how do you consider someone being ready for marriage? Is it about age or being financially stable?
Two no. You need a job you need maturity to marry. What must say? And the maturity no.
No, can't maturity was it age.
That's my point. What must say? Maturity in the sense of say, oh yeah, and yet not a friend intelligent wise and a maker. And then yeah, your friend say wisdom myself and making. I'm talking about say Nippon or matured according to the law of the country.
Okay.
The Onya we 15 years now catch up.
Yeah,
let me tell you one funny thing. When I was in Memphis, Moana made sending message say, because your son has a question and I can't answer. Into me they say me say funny my friend. My being crazy, so I had a lot of guys in the room, so I was on it. I was taking my lunch now, and your video call and I'm say, yeah, Kyle, what's up? No, say, that my question is, how do I become a daddy so that you become a grandpa? And then Obia started, so some of my classmates were like, oh no, and oh, person will push you question grandpa, and that's all no answer, and no person daddy, right? And then 7 years boy, one must say he has no idea what he's talking about. It is a 15 years. I feel no BC. I feel now I say ABI call SS near there. What do you how like on one ground thing I was starting doing our asset.
Good.
So I say. But about financial side, Joe. And yes, a wosika taho. Say what the financial means, which can be say juma or a sustainable income coming, and I say you anticipate that income coming every month, and I say every week, whatever way are over fun. And I say we will be a sebu desikamu. Me a sure say sebi a buru over panel was a crime in this part, and I sika for organ I now 18 years now. Papa say or beboa na say every cry wusa na wa build one kasa account. Me measure starting say me the 10 cedis, 20 cedis toto or more account. It e be am say me ban nyini na say wo say huge money no e da ho na open to him abropo 30 in movies or say ya year to say onya 18 years afi otimi assess ni sika. Na so wo say sika no why not? By ye ya wo tie ya say be Mike will be a minimum. Yo, no, 7 1 hit the order uni the good our account. Uni try. And on what in the country say when you need to know. I
think it's
how are you going to sustain the marriage?
So my main call is first don't. It's in the back for
okay. My main the see, I don't catch that, but most of the time, split into 7.
The devil, because you born upon the pop. You count don't that you need a specific bit me summarizing per market for.
Okay. Number 1, intense romance.
Intense romance,
yes. Say, why you ready so for so and I say, when you be dates here. I think I was some of it. And he said, more yet intense romance.
And 10 months now, we may pair the call.
We will too. Don't say the moment why you ready so for so worry. Nipana, what you say your person in the night. Just say, who will be man?
Yes.
Now, what Domanos no, a once no one sounds so either to the moment in good. Say, Mummy, I was saying with me, she asked. It's in the obey and say, son, I'm over be rather room. Mobile ye and near my any fine saying, come on ye at that moment. The Bini say, number one, move smoochie.
Smooching as anything.
Smooching, that's also so bad.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Okay.
And almost that time, be happen. What is row? So, to say, can you see? Now, oh, don't want to no.
Now, I got to
now, so,
I bet now show movie.
And I say, you see, my way, we are dating. You are dating, but they're more, you know. And help my own honey panel actually said you sit here. Everything is clouded with romance. And on Emma Obana didn't there say, bear money romantic. It's Obani to me, bear money ye ankasa. And there are a member they are also good at that. You will call it flirting. Or quite a first one when you are genuine.
Reflective.
Or yeah, bear man. It's no Obani, they are no need bear man. Say, but you romantic. Now, another way of romance is a near man or time a wish show. Ebia was around of message the whole. Hey, one way like sweet messages.
But what we so clarify you want me with the say message and yet fan say normal message good morning checking up on you.
I say the American say intensity of it. Just say a bruise. So say or yeah who say just say or you romantic and kasa. And I tell me the American.
But what do you
anopa obe testill. Or test we are not afraid. We jina phone so sana mo bon komo. You see when the relationship no quite so intense Emma who lose certain important things here I wasn't a woman edifying panel. They can't even sit together and talk for about 3 hours. Omu dating no and that period na wasn't mutimi din komo yi share nipa na I feel not going to say so mu bon komo bebre each and every time. And at that time also also mutimi space say if we are not together, how does things work? Intense romance, every single day they have to meet. Don't say dating here can was every single day. It's no so open juma also call man. So Obano also open juma also call ban. But more worry you so I quite say worry also coffee. Because the romance no I quite say amasana the person will feel say let me say on you romantic and I say you feel say obi be snatching and I say obi feel say ebia on who say I care. It's no money intense.
And this is happening even among a Christopher.
Yes, that is what I'm talking about. And you see, when it happens like that, it's not real.
Then
that intense romance,
okay,
that is not real. It's not the reality. It's like you foresee something. As the panel try to please. And the moment all try, all force society, it's not a natural, it's not a natural, makeup. It's the other say, one, you fake it. It's most people in dating, they fake it because of the intense romance. Or move fake a lot of things. Text messages now was anything we will be a mass of what? Only communication. But one told boy sense they didn't know and say, oh, Sunny Power romantic. Sunny son of this so mean and why didn't you say, oh, or don't mean to know yes, sir. But Urifi said, if you should study the person carefully, I don't know you shouldn't have done that. Because don't worry. Oh, maybe I agree.
Yeah, Musa, sans soon. I said, Sumun, your baby, but when I can smooching.
Yeah. Smooching, kissing,
you're kissing.
Yeah.
And you're hugging so. You see, so dear hen, you're born in a being your bonny, mammy.
You see, I didn't say one leads to the other. Who's so no say, Bibi and I bow mountain or soon penny. It's obey in it, or now obey. And then you have no right to be touching the person. Because at the end of the day, you're financial ones on your way. Hey,
sir, now go for
Yeah, come marriage.
Yeah, dating.
So, say, who no better say we dating one. What do you call marriage more than no be? Say, do you know something? Fornication and adultery, they are the same thing. Why? Because fornicating is having sex with someone that you are not married to. That's fornication. And what is adultery? Also having sex with someone you are not married to. It's in obi bia on worry no. The only ne ye. We say nipa no wa worry. Na say uhu me say, friends me ma worry. Na uhu me say the only nipa na we need dating ne ye. So uhu me say me ne oba bi a me worry ne ya. Ubo hunu den na fam. Yeah. Say when you say ba me say susu bi. Yaba so smooching, mood dating na also so nipa ni mu anya hwe. Say uhu me
wa worry no.
I'm worry. Say uhu say me ne oba bi me onye me yire no. Me suso no mu saa kwan no so a. Wo na ube hu me saa. Ube hu me say. Okay. Also wo say, "Hey, na nipa so wa worry." Oh yes. Na me ye na nya na. Sir. Good. It is said here, me am worry no. Say me ni obi a me worry ne ye nyoma bi a wo hu say enya. Enya wo nso na wo ni nipa no mienu no a mo na nte na mo worry no. Ne ma saa no say mo ye nso a eno nso there's a question mark because no worry. Okay.
So first point.
If the first point say yen susuma romance no enya too high.
So what's the limit, the cap on the limit we can put on the romance? The bear any too high.
She won't say on fingers we. And found for so or bad
so munya
so muno so smooching no kissing no. Say musie say muso mo be warrior. Na say mu konya akoko enim say nya akoko mo amu na muntime warrior. Mo warrior you can do anything they want to do. Because sa stage you know anything can happen. A bit me ama sa warrior no anything. Ma so. But at the end of the day no why yes I know so no e be lead to some place. Ye ni nyina
so that's okay.
E di bibi so be den. E beba because nipa anye robot. No akoso so ni aka say what's that to there be. Okay. It's in the first one no. Tense romance. Second one is money. The influence of money on dating. Say why you ready so person worry. Na put to sika.
Let me invest it.
See sika because obi biara o supporting no. Naturally obedo. Okay. If you support the livelihood of any person, the person will naturally love you. It's in one way you will not see the person, the true color of the person, because or like they won't hear the mouth. On can cry not the mouth. Phone no atama. Sika no atama. Utio money bills. Utio papa bills.
But we common member most.
Most. Obana is not the man of budget, but a bit affective both of you, because the moment damp sika more into the relationship, you don't give the opportunity for us to know the other side of you when there is no money. Because you think money can win anything. So most people have been won by the money. And also na Emma be bring so then omudo money effect. Say me say the man who sky. It's in a time ye dating. Who go say na or hwehwe say sa sika na omu say kabema ni man more. But you know, if you're a prudent woman and you read about a virtuous woman, the virtuous woman is a woman who can do something by her hands and be able to supply things for herself and even save some to help the husband. Okay. It's Emma omu dating your man and say, "There may be a say or person worry me into may be GF show yourself as a woman, say, dear, you keep it. I can cater for myself. Make me after you see, that makes a prudent wife. That's the Bible can say, a prudent wife we shall find. Okay. Now the work of your back, you catch or say, you say a war pay. And ochina me phone I say, and ochina say, and I mean, are you? Hey, there be. You see, and no, a lot of pressure at the bad man. So it's not a member we bring so no. Almost so no won't me worry no. Do time of the worry. But oya na adwo so obeware na say onya de na no ko catch oba ne say bia me ni dwo ho pe oba ne the expenses say wo wiase nya ba be gu no so. So how can the men decide to say or ko catch oba we say e bia say bi o person ka oni ni to ano. Intino e member no so nya very careful about the money na omo dampo into dating period no. Omo hwe yi enema ne board den I mean achede akese they are all not necessary.
But so Obed, from your candid point, maybe I would say young man be or CC no or the by what's the limit on things that you can I think say my man and send me be crowd. You see be crowd. I just want to be clear on it.
No, it's not like sending the other. You see, we are talking about everything has a limit.
Okay.
Say you will see I mean, there is nothing wrong with it. But this is a situation that I'm saying the nipa ni yen nyina ni say o say or chere say ono so. I mean, when you are a man and you are well to do, we know that you are well to do. Oba no hu say be say when say at least kakra will see. It's in a foot to a come be man say and be prove ho because one number no aya no yenim say at least who adwuma ne ade kakra e dey e wo hu say. But sa dating period in a period that I want to over invest sika. Asama ye kan. Say that period in a period that over say I like you have money. But if you allow the relationship to flow as knowing ourselves and getting to know ourselves better, what is going to happen in and say? Oba no ba be hu say, oh indeed, sa nipa we or adwini bi e wo me ho. I'm not being influenced by money. Oba be who say, oh, be man so be who say, sa oba we a me ne nanti. Enye ade a opefim ho any sky. You see, but ni na kwa say money. You see, what if say obe ware no. Now obe ware na anything can happen. Na sika ni hope you. What is going to happen inside the marriage? It's yen
the day busa sa me say Henry Koyosen the comment bi aba or say how much investment can you do or zero investment?
Look, if you even want you target e wo ho say for investment. Share mra bia. I hope you are getting it. Share mra bia say for investment no akobisa say me nyesen.
Okay. And I am kind of case question investment.
Yeah. But who you are really shame bia. It's ni ade bia wo ye bia wo ye because say e bia o person of one part. But a man koye as a responsibility as a marriage responsibility be and I will cost so when you are dating somebody. Okay. The moment I obey and you are going to do a lot of investment in it because nipa na wo ne na to busua nyoma bebre betimi ato enti no yemfa sebi nyansa entoto to ho enti na make a man so de no say oba no hwe no anfa pressure akoto be man no so because say o date. Okay, bibia na ko ka kire no and me ya say you and I won't send me. I mean, if you're a woman and also pose yourself like that, that's a bear man so you want to also be pack and I want to yam I'm also actor. I mean, both of you are not getting things right inside the dating period.
Martin, I want to bring Bashadak in. Bashadak, before Ode Ebia, another one. Obed any agent about the dons of dating. The agent only is the dons. I can't say we're ready to marry. If I were church anyway, Mama say, Sister Portia say, Mammy Musa Obed, man in church. Mammy Musa, Nyoma Obed, they cannot, Mammy Musa. Na ahwe ya chima bonte ho a ya genga me nti Musa no cheche ni se mokem ana biom investment mema no kakra bia na otugum your two comments on that because my questions on
Joe the okay no sa intense romance no me friend no entertaining sexual tornadoes.
Sexual
tornadoes so tornadoes
I haven't tornadoes
like in Prama jump
through.
Yeah, and no didn't
say any amount.
Very good. Now the moment and you have to break it down for people to know what it actually means.
Okay.
And yeah, having sex in the when you're having sex, that's the ultimate.
Sex in the
yeah. I know that's the ultimate. When you do all the other what do actually. But sexual tornadoes, you know, sensual songs.
Sensual.
Yes. And you more. And you might and shall I hear Jamanium per se because yeah, the tunes in Seniani, I can say way a Jamanium.
Okay.
Because yeah, had a cat a BB a Jamanium now automatically a can't be a name a private parts now.
Okay.
What must say? But sensual songs, no, I say cool songs, both sensual songs of the country and cool songs, Celine Dion, Westlife, you know, the Boys to Men. What must say? And only essential songs. Na ede. Na one way open. Me go to way open.
Sir, obi na kan say 7 kwasi afonyo ni bi ede.
Enti enyumu a eno na send you to that emotional intense. Like what I said, Otoa and oh my love. Flying without wings. Now, Obano one dream.
I be room.
And that's a ultimate who one because I won't say like what to and a dream Obanity. Bra, and a tornado. And sex talks.
Sex talks.
Sex talks. And I be friend of phone sex.
I think like sexting or something like that.
Yeah, sex texting. No. Sex texting. You know. In some na wo texting no wo de we ye me feel wo de wo ha say ye me say wo de anan me hu say pa na sa ne man what are you doing anytime you go so be text us or prepare you for a human what must say it unya say dating pa na mo ye na nya awade na say enu na mo ye there you that's what you are or prepare you for that it tornado no say ade no dem frama na eba ebetu niam akọ what must say another thing listening to sexual adult programs obada na
okay
what must say
the radio program no me ya
radio program obada e say kwa be material so na ade na ababa akoko bi na o kire no say de you see that sexual positions in this area. Use animal there.
But look at it's no go area for
say they do it like those things.
Okay.
What must say? If you start watching or Obama no start so Texas animal brewa. Next or no, you dating or no dating or prepare you for sex.
Okay.
What must say? It's that's one. Yo, another thing is too much pride. Person they can't really deal. They don't.
They don't. But okay. But before I I will ever cast about. But will be question about possibly will be it won't be able to person answer no answer. But I'll say my question is if intense touching is wrong in dating, what about those explicit pre-wedding photos that shows each of them touching each other at places they are not supposed to touch? See. On wedding, and almost pre-wedding photo shoot.
Joe, and it's change them.
My
assembly in say, or mobile worry. Okay.
Yes.
Any kind of touching, Biana. A year to a friends obscures. What must be an dangerous. Now, young come and confront as I said. Until you marry the person, anything can happen.
Anything can happen
until you sign the wedding. Because somebody warrant anything. Then they to the program. Okay. What must say? It's you have to be careful with those things. But I think we need to be a bit
circumspect
from the angle say the first say obi agina obi echi ni na twa photo no enkyerɛ sɛ ebia why but yɛn ho bebree a the way we say ayere ɔbaa no mu ebi kura tumi kisi and pray wedding and they would do what they are never
question now will be sanity say
yes
yeah have been there say
my question is if that is wrong, what about the how do you explicit? It's not just maybe be akeke
ahanye bibia nti na me kire because obi won ma to say one will be on ma or the urban ground or ebia o chane nche mu saa na o atwa picture. I don't think that's too explicit. I don't know something to say. And I me no te say. But they too much.
Free wedding photo there, you see.
I didn't mean I said. No, I didn't mean I said. You see, you're prayer home. You're prayer home too much.
We'll be able to try the picture where no we can see.
Just that you say you have to you see if be money should be.
We have to phone a direct yeah.
It's in the cruise phone so yeah you read. You see you no me nyina ho kwan. It's ni nyina na ye dey. Efata ye. It's no ade bi wo ho wa anya enye hwe. Wa ware mo be ware. Ama wo ware wi a.
O de opese o twa picture.
Ana enti na chenchina achi.
Na no kra enti na opese o be to abonte.
Ana to was to ye nim se o we dey be baso. Ye nyina ye nim se o ba be we.
Metima ye design o de aba abonte. Nti eno no this a pre-wedding shoot. Area se for na yes how. Area for
nyama na efia
so na do ni bi no.
Yen hwe nyama bi wo ho a. Eni se nyama nyina na ye copy. So say e cost nti no ozo kwa ya o na ye dey. And say na ye dey but Bible say yen krata area say ye dey.
Yes sir.
So we an example no. And enti na wonya wo nyoma a sebi nka obi an hu asam nya dey. Enka they said you will kind of comment yes.
Yeah.
It's in so you may go to be between one.
Yo, Mr. Maminka, Massimi, who hear me pa. Pride,
yes, and now yes.
Me two don't and person me no can. Back on the pride. On say Lumba Bonyumbi. Or see if we are Simuha. Now I'm not saying say Lumba assembly or be a no yeah, but I'm just trying to bring out the wisdom in a seminal kind. Or see ewiasima obia wo baabia odi na konkosem obia obro no a eya na oye na kesesem na yehia badwamu a ani ehu se ahemfu kiriye ebidi da bi echi. What it simply means in say onipa wo powumpo baabia wo na ofisa wo ye big ubedu baabia na hu se ese oto bo ase yo bebre na date a eya na akoye te say ase wa bema with my favor no.
Yes.
What must say just I want you in class na say bibinti na wo ma consider
and it take can
David yemfa hu mo bro nware ntie ni yemfa hu mo bro and when two officers that bema no or too low for you to accept her, then don't go in at all. Because the time is going to come in the marriage, you're going to reflect on those things. Mumu want to I want to reflect on the day I know will be choose or conclude on Obama. You reflect on it. Now, say, did I really make a good choice? On my pride. Who they tell Oba? Who so saba na opena? Bra to pride be egu. Nene no enkoso enkomoni. Ena obema no so no. Hunu sa and say I said. What favor or ban? It's never true. It's we did that and we are never going to be the same. So it's a be a juma ma we into no and my way and no lead you into the court no and I said dating no man me to say I said oh bro ban so no no fausi agongong we oba na be ma we no prepare for marriage no. The behavior be say no I say what down what myself I say what down I'm telling you mom I'm telling you sis you are going to be a slave in that person's home because on view as ne personal as a compliment to on view as a dependent what must say and that is not good. Yo, another thing sharing news feed.
News feed.
Yes.
Like Joy News.
Yes.
Okay.
And yet, Joy news feed. Okay, say like Joy news. I mean, news in our episode, and they make an episode.
Yeah, bound to be clear. News feed.
Me, to boss, starts on the can actually. News feed, and they said, me on am for. On I say, maybe I'm a man am for, more man am for. Before me be share about where many general. Me sorry, Bibia mene obano eka anaibia na me catch them now for. When they are dating, whatever is going on between One Obano
or dating.
Yes. Oh, I'm going to visit my wife and my wife to be, the parent. No, I can't tell boys. What I say? I'm going to do this. No, I can't tell boys. It's on Bibia ekoso e the relationship or share man or like why it's a reportage and or report to people. What is going to happen is people are going to know so much of what is going on in your relationship. It's not going to be healthy to my relationship, because so being power someone, Joe, obey you should that against or destroy my relationship. It's in sending like news of your relationship. Now, now again, it's say challenge coming the number. I come in the picture. Let me look at the girl. You get how can answer no way. Just no, you can't keep to yourself. Not or share, not social media. On I say, now says no true. But if the thing is so a generic, your friend say information. For example, Abia Obana graduate. On I say, and I want congratulations. This is and now I say I will say because unya first class but unya into the
first class student too.
I'm come say 18 na say ekobase a news a wabonten and I will congratulate the panel and I will can is different. So but when you are going to write exams tomorrow and what do I say? You are going to do this. No, I think there is too much information to share. So what people need to understand is if you are dating her, don't become a journalist in your relationship, sending information within out. And there are a lot of people they are dating way, which in a way that they don't. Try not to make your relationship too secret, because that's where sometimes a lady into a never be brain. It's oba sorry or no baby dating. All right, we are not saying they go and announce in the church say I'm dating this person. What must I say? But I say or mujina mo kasana no what to tell what you inko shiawo.
So I think say I want to mommy.
It's not about
it's not about what can I say? Secrets.
Yeah.
I think it's about honesty. You need to be honest.
Yeah.
It can be say ubi but you are honest.
Exactly.
Ubi because you can't Christopher
Eddie. Very well.
It's say empono so ubi him says I only about we cry.
Eddie
be honest.
One can say honest, yeah.
Say ubi approaching also be so say na can be so ready no be and take complaint, If you are honest, it will help. Then say, oh, you buy our say, oh, yeah, the moment of this honest, you say, I do money about it.
Yeah, and only there are some people or motivate say, they all can honest as me. What they are sharing home because now dream on yeah now dream say or go ahead with you. Or so, go ahead.
This honesty in the animal.
It's
all can't any panel to say. Maybe I see.
The doors are open.
Yeah.
The doors are open for more orders. It's in orders in the banner I heard there. Usika wasro. Now why? It's Joe. These are two things I wanted to add. News feed. So what can some be brave because Joe and some can't be brave. No, me the machine never be brave free more. I'm telling you, machine never be brave free. Because wouldn't Kophobia now for the next 2 years, 3 years, all of a sudden, a tangible reason why we need to put in now imagine say what share so much. What happens?
Okay. So remember, don't
Yeah,
don't. Still no about
don't.
Fixing of wedding days.
Fixing of
wedding days.
Okay.
Now, say, who will be it here? There is a reason why you are spending so much time discussing this animal week, because there are relevant information. I will say, who funny panel, and give yourself some time. And sana, mobile power rim my mind.
Marco
power rim. It's pray home and fix it dates. Opro home fix it date to pay. Everything from that time will be fake. It's who won't say, we share or banner, or catch and say, maybe I'll say, we need you to pay. I be a moon to an amount. Who wants a lady bear one or bands now, MPC date. So who say, it's cow, like why you ready? It's why you're ready, or person will date name them. Yes, Anna, you get blinded by the things that you should open your eyes and see very clearly. It's not a master take to turn your mind.
So, Obed, I guess you mean fixing too much early dates.
Yeah.
Because if we understand, say we are going into dating, right? Yeah. And it is moving us to marriage, yeah. Where the person becomes your fiancé there. Then it means at that time, no, too much early means much about the person, and you are quickly fixing a date.
Yeah. So that is what we're talking about.
Okay.
Fixing a wedding date, because you're talking about the influencer. A bad dating. So 18 say, then you say, tell me Mushian, I am with PC date for.
Where they am be
PC date.
Yeah.
It make canon yet say be
that's why I wanted you to clarify. Yeah.
The point is say, I say, and no be so much interest. A brand who ni panaka was a mustadi muhono. Most na date na ba show. Say na the benny also who are operate no most in terms say who be worried.
Yes.
Or pre or like or
tata the benny be worried. But now we need date to the worry.
It's na here cause date no na bia nipa no nya de because it must have its time. Okay. So that both of you will come to a certain kind of page. The same page you say, we did say the banner you are idea everyone. Not my day. Maybe I more discuss. Oh, me papa say, oh, me mommy say, maybe I the date ni share high everyone. That time now, mobile drum with me, I'm making that place necessary. You are able to make a discussion on the date now. One person but it be too early and too quick, and sometimes it comes with a lot of pressure. Meaning,
okay, so but because of that, the obusa meaning my main question in now it's one of the most common questions I can about dating and pop it up. Ideally, I know say you might not be able to give me a fixed time, but ideally, from where you are sitting, and I say for munim dia and the washimu, what do you think should be the ideal period and a time or duration for dating?
Well, say who be some enka Christopher.
Yeah, I mean Christopher near
or practice genuine way of studying one another. Inka anye ye crown ka a year okay. Anye ye crown.
For you, is the upper limit or the lower?
No, is the least. Like
the
anye ye crown.
Okay.
Least.
So
I feel.
So you won't recommend that someone date someone for maybe 6 months and marry.
6 months. I wouldn't even know like maybe
but 6 months.
I'm not advised.
Okay.
I'm not advised that.
And the reasons?
Oh, the reasons will be a winning. 6 months is too short. I hope you are getting it. Look, we've had certain people in counseling sessions. Yeah. When you see people who have dated for some time, like about a year or two, and some people who have met themselves within some few months can see the difference. And yeah, most of the time, no, or more dating for a few months now, person more worry. Not be push on. Like be push on one. A bit might say, one of the pressures, no, family pressure come. Okay, family pressure. Oh boy, it's watch it. Oh, watch it. I mean, oh, check. Yeah, no worry. It's in all the pressure to Nippon so signs, show baby. Or when you be the other. It's no say within 3 months, and only you know, so why. And we'll go on so until Shana Conoso. Till until Shana Conoso. It's in a say, or catch your band and say, Abia of a same who's sitting crack. Not in 1 month, 2 months, almost an half a day. I say, or person on any that. It's in a sign in Tino. May I in Tamawari? Said the I am. It's in a sex in tea and a wako area. Women are sex in all right, but marriage is not all about sex. Marriage is a composite of so many things. It's a life. It's a life program, and you are going to have a life partner. It's a life partner. You are going to live with somebody for so many years, and you are just using about 3 months to 6 months to certify and sign that person off for so many years. So then, Mr. Asay can say, I mean, there were decisions that were made by parents and other people for a friend say, but your society now, you woman and then things have changed so much. To say, so why are you careful to actually know about a person? That's what we're worrying now. You're going to have a whole lot of problems.
Yeah, a lot of.
You have a whole lot of problems because the world has changed in such a way. Say you have to be vigilant. You have to be careful. You have to study emotional things. I mean, how human beings actually are. Prepare yourself. You get it? Before say over signing off somebody, say this person can be my wife, this person can be my husband. To was okay. Anything I make up fixing of dates, because many people no they catch any fear say watch it. It's no do I not so pay. And also when you have disappointments so many times, or bear my way by and channel jam. Ebi and Naka also on Penibu, or not, so by it's in what but yeah, Massa, January.
Okay,
I mean, in the say, a channel dates and dates as in I'm ready.
Mate,
worry me.
Yo, Bashadak, my mama Bashadak, so, but let's go to the do's. Okay, yeah, Brenny, but think about do's for me. Now, Babaka, Bashadak, the Busa Obed, no, personal, as I said, is from Obia's standpoint, Obia's opinion on the judgment or something. There's no textbook stuff on this. In your judgment, or in your thinking, the duration for the dating that we are talking about. Okay. Because my uncle for 7 years, dating.
I think say you can clarify what dating is. Into baby you drew. You know what dating is. Into now you're then. And that means that the dating is purposeful. You are doing it to get married.
Okay.
What must I say? And the main idea of you dating here is trying to get to know the person. So I will first of all say that it depends. It depends in the sense that if you and the person don't live together, of course, if you are living together there, then you're cohabitating, which is wrong. But if you live in a place if you're more church, you have known this person since mobile church member for the past 3 years, 4 years. I don't think you need another 3 years or 2 years to know this person. What did the American say?
Okay.
You have known this person, all these who are in the church.
But so give me a scenario. Let's take for instance, let's say you have not known the person or by church in for.
So then
you are ready.
Depends.
Yeah, you are. I say we are ready. And my new congregation in a different young lady.
We are new.
Indeed, what in your judgment,
In my judgment, if you are just knowing this person, what must I say? there are two ways. Either say you take a short time to know the person, but search out a lot of, get more information about this person from other people.
Okay.
So I say, and no, sir, or checklist, never be our person, or check it about this person. I say, it's a joke. It depends because obi a omo nyinyi no ebi a wonfie ko anim kakra fine. What say?
Yeah.
Wonfie ko anim. What share obi? Or no so obi. When you a recommendation from people, oh, this person is good, this person is that. What is going to happen is that now you're going to get to know a lot of things about this person. You don't have to worry so much. But when you don't know this person, I feel no question. You like to know more about this person before what being said. Okay. It depends.
Okay.
How much earlier you're able to get involved. Joe, do on cry. Dating for 1 week cry. 1 week cry. Because the last time I don't know 4 car, you know, a quite of fast so nay. A mate ni kasa no e kwa fa so ye no ho oka no no you don't need to go far to know say ababa we kire no.
Okay,
so what I say that's one. The second thing is dating, no, the time now we be choose to date the person, no, depends on what you are looking at. Nema wo paint here would they spend that long period to be able to ascertain those information from.
Is it Nema Openo? Do you mean specs and
Debbie. So the dating, no, yana nanamo ya amuko investigate you.
Okay.
To find out say obano ufifie be mu nisuban to say. So
those
things are what you're looking for. Ufrihe nisuban to say ni nuanom to say nema be na mitima hwe about this person. And you can easily get if you have someone who is open to those things. And that's what I do. Mama, a breaker came in for me do so man, so that when you go to Obeda,
yeah,
do's fee say one thing is a nipa ye and it's on setting up sirens for sexual tornadoes.
What's a sirens?
Sirens. Siren ring. A okwa brochire ni ade a tornadoes wo ha. Omote se tornado ba no mo sound siren na ebo wen alarm. Say sana e kan beti
Reminders.
Yeah, reminders, but alarm say ade way is alarming. Warning inya ba I know say.
Now how would you mebo?
In say me ba so. Set it. One is I will set it to boundaries.
Okay.
Anytime I didn't be approach biano, now start it air sound to you. I didn't. Only obey be dating. I'm over worry. Obey say man pro set date. It won't set date. And this person start talking about your friend saying how many rounds are in a week.
Rounds by rounds.
Sexual rounds.
Okay.
What must say?
No, Casasem.
No, taxi, it didn't come on. What must say? Your friend saying, no, can't your friend saying, and Tadibia on the end of it, night was be a end of it. And say, Obakaso, I say, we did in Kenya, alarm. It tells you, say, this person's mind, is clouded with what? Sex. So no, they're all bad, they're all dream who shape na yen feno. Any or the way I will name babysitter, no deba. It's dating now more yen in our case or drinking name be one or no fee service you to know now born a Dutch. He's only thinking about these sexual things. Into one so started so can answer money pay. Says Sunday warning to you, sound to you, your ear say, no, this person. I have to be careful. What must I say? That is something I think we need to carefully do. Inti, a bit more say, Sebe, Joe, the text be cross or no be. atese wako hu odma say ni post to be a what post to on social media so na ade. These are all things to tell you say akoyi say me ade we hwe yi e wo no. And number 2, until you set those alarms so that a bar a catcher, these are warnings and these are red flags. The next thing here include, we are talking about do's, include third parties. One say don't send news flash. This is different, kakra. Include third parties, you know. Say the way I move dating. Apart from you being honest, you know, there are certain things be on more. Unkoye no one include third parties. Yo, one way it may lead you into one of the sexual things now here. For example, fee, it be a more more fee. And lady no say, oh, and me born and no do any. Na and then a person ban, unim say ubie ni fee. What I say, ubie ni fee. So bebe fee ono na ye wone no nko a. No utie me.
Nitio.
And I'm also mo ya anwa mo adi. Mo anwa mo na mbe no adi. Anwa mo no check e be take sen. Roughly 3 hours. Na mbe ye bibia di awi. And all these 3 hours period no. Ubie ni fie ho bi. Mumie no nko a. Offer. We are sure pan say ja obi to be ben petrol. Wa bra hwe enkoso. You see, and so you have to be circumspect, you have to be wise. In Ephesians 5, no, verse 15, so what say the kind of crabia and come in the budget. Ephesians 5. I mean, MBNT assembly or small Paul. A kind. I mean, say, yeah, brother, but oh, mammy, chance I mean, kind way, T or say, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Obed kind. And my can say unsituated wise, you know, in spiritual sense. Because obi a wise, I can't spirituality. What must I say? Wise. Redeeming the time. Now hey, let me twist the test kakrebi. Not so much twist. But redeeming the time, and he say, the time now so bad. That's not what the text is saying.
Okay.
But time now so bad. Redeeming the time now, Obana so be visit. What must I say? Now we redeem time, no, because the days are evil. Into a bed now 4 hours only them kwan wo feel. Just will be crab the roof your on my damn bedroom. But you know, you need to know that, say, and some of Paul can say, but say, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understand what the will of the Lord is.
But take for instance a man who is not living with his family. We or yeah Juma we free fee.
Yeah.
On one kasa high time.
Until by the day.
On it's not like obi fiona. Ama again about bra obi ni ho.
Yo, say you can't kiss a person.
Yes.
So what will stop you? Say if let's say people know say you're dating this girl. Now be friend or I'm with Charlie and I'm get together. Your doors and the area. Ubi omu wie no obi ekwa at the same time you obi ekwa. What was oba metima ba. Abe kan obi ya no aduane ye die wi ludu ne be boy aboboy we obi ede. Ekọ fee. You get to even know how no see ede. And no aduane. So as I said, we no aduane you see cleanly. So you involve other spiritual men. Oh, it is a mobile and a model son of Joe. It saves you from trouble. But someone say, "Who shall fear?" And then the holiday man come be will you come over? Over. Now, Joe, Oba. Also, send me where be an amount. Can I get any dress of yours? Not wako t-shirts. Ashe. Oda say na wabe warun ho no wabe fa t-shirt ashe na masa obwa obasho safeguard yourself from some of these things. These are I mean remember Obed crime and number, but these are and obibusa expenditure side me kanka krabi say how much should you spend where they are. Once you're dating, there will be some kind of expenditure. Joe, there are two things you need to do. Number one, do not spend so much. And that's so much, I will peg it at don't spend anything more than 100 cedis.
On the woman you're dating.
On the woman you are dating. If you are not ready, say, Sanemano is going into more warrior.
Enti mebo so na mu pie
mu ko ede
obi amoko didi mako KFC
Joe
nti mon split
mami nchira de bi nchira wade Joe enne na ne mabo ayede
yes
what must say ne ne mabo ayede my wish and say and in prayer and say things will calm down so that these prices will drop. What must say Joe okoko spending 500 cedis pizza. We had the pizza back about there. 200 Ghana.
Yeah, what you cook?
What must say? Drop in among the corner, food among the coy. We are the ice cream and goodness. So, Marco Muko, you'll be kick Ghana. How we are talking about 500 cities.
Yeah.
If you are not, until I make the condition at home, if you are not receiving more than 5,000 a month, now could spend it 100 more than 500 cities. That's almost like more than 15 to 20% of income. Now, look at this, the consistency of it. What's the sense of spending more every time there? What better wouldn't say, worry. Ghana, how wedding, very expensive. And that's how many you know. Cow channel into BBA, a bit leading more worry and came up. That's one. Number two, they say, under the expenditure honor. Number two, that make how much you are spending. But let's also be careful. So say, Joe, whatever expenditure that we are spending, we don't think of returns.
Okay, so you spend.
You spend with the mindset say, oh, expect to say what China. What spend there going to me the paying 100 cedis because don't cost spend it with the intention say mobile ware na wan ware house wate makoma
yeah
it won oba no onye you and Joe mama can we maybe a bit kwakoshe don't go and spend money taking care of baby school any idea on ware
no mama
Joe so pese oba no ya wo yere na oku school a ware no nefa no ko school
yo
na se won fa no ko school na on ware no na waso oba na akwa Ghana School of Law na we law school or medical school owie na wo hwe wo na wo hwe wo no na obusa say can these two pair? Not something in her brain catches it. No, it's unbearable. It's unbearable. After now, after what done motivational speaker. Now trying to say
you tell a philosopher.
Philosopher. Now we're trying to say some girls are almost I'm too for Joe bra. Now, Sabe question is say into one day or trying to do that ben or two. Okay. I will strongly advise say if you one of the dudes that we share ban and when it on opposite warana na opeso school fanuko school warani na fanuko too.
So just I'll come back to you. Maybe back to your final comment because you're going to call. Okay. What might you do? Produce maybe a time of mine.
Okay. You see, I'll take it from John 4.
John 4.
Verse 5 downwards. This was the time used echo encounter the prostitute said who a relationship said dating who say you can wait in our arena and you either so wait in our arena I won't me worry
Yeah.
It's do sir, me person me can ewo ho ne say. Eniema ben na wo say wo hwe ewo saa ebreni. Eniema ben na wo say wo ma wenu ekọ ho ewo saa niema ni. It's John chapter 4. A child of Jesus Christ we share oba.
Okay. Jesus and encounter with
yes, we share oba. At the end of the day, there must be a result. Until I'm saying first side flow. What should be the result of your encounter with the woman? And as a woman, what should be the result of your encounter with the man? Take John chapter 4, verse 5, and you see it. Number 1, intentionality. Jesus was intentional about meeting the woman. He knew, say, the woman was a prostitute. He knew, say, like a member, I mean, at the end of the day, the only class and but he was intentional about it. Say, I can see something in this woman that at the end of the day, if I should have an encounter with her, it will end up with the lady becoming someone else. Baby, I mean, you better you better refer that to her. It's say who did here. The first thing that you must look at is the intention. Nipano or no one.
Okay.
Say one open your mind to the intentions, sir. And you may be brave or why do nobody else say yes, if you focus and say, and yet Nioma
essentially not all that glitters is good.
Glitters is good. It's in Nioma be glitter be brave the amount. It's M1 the intention of that person. It's open your mind. So I did back one who you dating also and say be one being nurture the intentions that this person is bringing into that dating relationship now. That's the first one. It's look at the intention of Christ that you see say a boy. Number 2, you have to look at intelligence. Intelligence, and it say we read John chapter 4. Christ was very intelligent and the woman was also very intelligent. They were asking intelligent questions. If you go into a relationship, when you encounter somebody, please ask intelligent questions. Ma conversations are sebi. Nyansa yede, the woman yede bob bra. It's in the na yeah bra. Shedra yeka say relationship okuma yes and it's and the sex test man sex stars near day and on that yede mouth. Those kind of things, we say intelligence na a woman na yede kobo bra anything. And what Jesus Christ to approach with the woman, you could see say intelligence was at display. And I mean, women should know say intelligence is very sexy. When someone is intelligent, naturally the person becomes sexy. Okay. So it is not about how you appear. You see, it's not about how your shape is. It's not about the things that you as the man you have. And I bet you say, but the person also no the kind of intelligence now will be displayed inside the dating period. Who wants the problem the back? Oba no be say say this you any day. How are we say actually what adwene no? I bet you say say be ma o ye ne bo bre.
Okay.
Asemi be ba be ma no say no be say oba no say na adwene wo ho ne say.
Okay.
What dey masika bi nyina na ka say e bia o wo ko adwumam na ho kira be nti no yi sika bi efiri adwumam na wo de share wo na wo de abeto a sheda ku say oba ne say ana ka che oba ne say ene mi ko adwumam na ho kira nti sika bi na me de me fa say me be fe na me de ahwe ye ho for the ne ti asem oba ne be ka oba ga say na mo adwumam mo sika be bre sa na no be ka obebu so be ka to say David mami kojo I mean it's not good. Say, oh yes, surface capital. Intelligence. It's as you are looking at the intentions, look at how intelligent that person is. There, it also be interesting. Is a person interesting enough? If you are dating somebody, that's a nipane opia, why no home? I mean, or not there. So rigid be I say, wafa and your man so serious. Say, okay, so far to her, no, I find to her a problem. Okay, so you say no a problem. Oh, yes, how man type a problem. The person does not actually have space to be interested. Okay, say only nipa and here. Look at all that. Look, Christ was very interested. That's why the woman was able to engage with him that further on. Okay, it say only obi and na say mo person mo nanti cha. Hey, how interesting that you are. And I bet me aboa amometimi akuni. Say who say nipa no enye that kind of interesting person. I say ni nyoma nyina nhyira obi o I don't care. Okay. On fa hwe ho. So, those say also know the but hwe mpa no ho. Opa tinemu pa enko. I mean, you should wise up. These are certain things that I will say Oma we need it. Oma we need a common. And if you also make a cancer and say I will say who have a sense of identity. You have to have a sense, you have to, as a woman and as you have to believe in yourself when you are in the dating period. And suddenly, but I said can say people go in with a pride, a sense of pride. I say, una we nyam, una can me that pride, you know. And yet, but I was say at least who boom also. Also boo wow who dating that's the point. Yes, have a certain sense of identity. It's you know say who relationship now say why you know say why you on for you can say and I don't know crash sorry no be chiri what mean can't say depends oh there be I mean and adiasa do na here can be no obu o ha che say when you aka say oni date no afa ni say bi o dey amount no
ase aware no
ye twene fa
ya aware o kra wuntime ensesa o yes ah
what I say but ye twene fa ha no na ha ye twene fa ha no na ha emema bebre ye dey ahoma toto mo pon adan ayeye date eti ni musika hina oba na age I mean what is that you don't have that sense of identity where yes Christ everyone no oba ni na he was say look I am the living water. I say me nsuo no mamia. Remember nsuo. I mean, Christ believed in himself. And he says, I'm even the bread of life. You see how Christ believed in himself? He has a sense of identity. Who relationship with one have that sense of identity. Now, a mark why do you say, oh, you're home for and Lutina, see a catch or said down one. See a catch or say, well, what I there will graze the no one. Because why no, you don't have a sense of that. Why do you say why yes sir, be man be jaw. And the ojaw so you don't have a sense of identity. That's why you are doing. So
yeah, Benny, you hold on with everything. Now, I mean take it up about 2 or 3 questions waha. Ni can you answer for last one because
last one.
The time but for last one
short.
Yes.
It's the last one. Have someone who say investment in you. Not someone who will spoil you, but someone who can pamper you. Okay. Look at the way or emotionally or like that you know what I'm saying. Like I did how I ham. Okay. Look at that once as well.
Yeah, my main time but question more question but these questions Mr. Woman quick because you break once a producer no send message plenty so one here about question my main question there. But my question here was it you met the person here? My main kind of previous question say what do you what if you have met someone who is serious about you and wants to marry you, but you already in dating process during the period and the person isn't in the country and you ask for clarification. Or say you met the person here, but you couldn't get much time to actually study the person before he left. But this so whilst he was in the country and this person is in a relationship with you with the purpose of marriage, is it advisable to proceed with the person even though he isn't in the country? You
see such distance dating and the same so send the panel on chain plan a dancing not the panel say anyone chain. Sometimes you can't just put your stamp on it, say a year and I say because nipa no waha maybe I won't kakra oko and then okoye maybe I win maybe I will no bit maybe I win but nipa no din komo I mean bibia oye me dey kakra betin can say Bible can say or say what has a believer got to do with an unbeliever? sɛ nipa ne believe a na sɛ oyɛ obi a oyɛ nyamesum ni like yɛ Church of Christ mu
yes
otu kwan no ɔda so ne asafo no bi a ehyia na you see wobɛtumi ahwɛ saa nneɛma no wɔ no sɛ obi a ɔne asafo no hyia anaasɛ biribi saa sɛde bia wobɛtumi ayɛ sure because wadeɛ na wode ho nkɔhyɛ mu wɔn sɛ ɔsɛ ɔho nipa no yi ebi mu nso no nipa no wɔ amanɔne but wohwɛ nneɛma a ɔyɛ ebi a sometimes the social media ebi a wohwɛ nneɛma bi a ɔyɛ etimi give you information bi sɛ ebi a nipa no na adwene wɔ fie kakra okay ɛno nso wɔ hɔ anaa nso sɛ wobɛtumi anya obi wɔ hɔ a wobɛtumi ebusa emu nsɛm nso de ama wa that opportunity wunya nso a nkɛno nso bɛboa but ne nyinaa mu no sɛ akɔyɛ obi a wonhyɛ de nim no koraa na akɔyɛ sɛ ofiri ha no kɔɔyɛ no akɔkyɛ ɔsɛ ɔpɛ ne ade ba wontumi nhyɛ de hu ne ho information a obi a obɛtumi abɛware ba to ɔde wobɛsi a ɔmbɛfa ho nkɔda deɛ nti a ɔbɛware paa no wonhu deɛ nti a ɔnso na yɛaware online that online aware no okay na ɛno na bi ɛsa na wo ɔbaa no wobɛbrɛ wona bɛhaw you get it nti no saa situation no sometimes no sɛ onya counselor bi a na sɛ odi n'anim a I think sɛ no so
ɛno na meka Ruda sɛ wohwɛ yɛ who contact charity via your mount just a number now online interactive just get in touch with that baby I'll hear if you know you see over if charity TV channel now just send us a message charity a bit to me as I know just a contact now on that list but that a quick one but about it's a question that I've popped because of yours but my memory question about or say the person named you I say, what about showing kindness? It's in relation to Sikasem. What about showing? How would you determine a kind person if he isn't willing to spend something on you, and you weren't willing to spend something on her? Most things require money today.
Yes, most things require money today. But like I said, if you are spending with intent, right? For example, who to share will be a who knew the baby. But the situation a woman no person will born and I will born. Joe, that does not mean say ko born ni panel. Now that you person will worry no one. As what I say by phone because we born. What must say? It's showing kindness. It can be so many things. What people think say who show kindness, it's actually flattering to say the way kind. What must say? Yimpin kwa akra more. Yam kwa chimota more. Yamba me no call deben no the botanical garden you see a yibi wo me koje gu so sadden de jo you are not showing kindness you are baiting ye niam e bema oba no ehun say akodo a guy we go me pie koi. Now this is what you're going to the problem you're going to face so anywhere you have to maintain that tempo. One maintaining I wouldn't do after election. You don't love me anymore.
Yeah, no campaign.
You don't love me anymore because you have not still maintained a near man now. We need to be extremely careful as to what you are spending on.
Okay.
And people can be kind without necessarily spending. Me, I told them to me, say, I don't have the money to give to you, but I was. So I know this person who's going through this. Is there a way you can help? What must I say? That's kindness. So it's also advice. Okay, but mommy can't be lady that question now because most watch yourself. Sorry, you're not answering my question. We need to understand. Say, dating someone outside the country is dangerous. It's not also dangerous. It is dangerous if you don't know much and you cannot ascertain much. What must I say? Unsolicited message. No, I be share. Oh, I know you from you, but also kaka utrimu. Me pano baby. No, I started doing. Eventually landing into that. But there are so many ways you can use to ascertain information. So when you ascertain, that's different. For example. Sorry. So you want to know, okay, can I talk to your preacher? What must I say? It's only the preacher didn't come out, but my preacher knew who say Ako is so person worry mintin I mean would use uncle mono. Oh, you want to be friends with him keke. Now would it but you sorry. Ain't Tiana then or sorry or church or ni now they are sitting. When enough for the friends are on one. Common walls. Social more no more US or no, and I say Europe one and I say Asia or no. Show mo and name or more. Ubekwa na down for beer a beer. Say what post to video beer. Or any of the social media or more quantity jensa bread dimubi or no send be.
Banodim.
Baudim.
Okay.
A red flag. Ain't you know? These are some of the things you can use to ascertain information. Apart from that, today, tell me ascertaining much information. Now you say the person is active or YBB or I'm a Christian. Now, so for that kind of person, yo, I think that you pray about it and then you start counseling earlier so that it will lead you.
Yeah, but quick one. Just again, continue. We answer in is that a J Portia? The question about us. This sense of identity is sometimes mistaken for pride. Could you clarify the two?
Yeah, I mean, those people now, they don't actually want to respect the opinions of other people and the personality of other people. Those are the ones now, they will tag you with that kind of, you say you are proud. You are happy getting it. Because that person now will target as proud. They may be with me who say who say she's the most humble person ever. But unfortunately, men are such that you see, men are naturally pride. Or proud. Yeah, we have pride in men. It's all because our makeup, okay. There are 4 things. We have power, efficiency, achievements, and competence. These are 4 things of a man. It's in man their first year power opportunity. You want to command. Say on in a year. In fact, naturally, that's how God made man. Because Adam did come born say on shape through more. Sana di more the patriarch age and say mema and another coupon no makasa. Moses, even in the Mosaic age, Moses, okay. Even in the Christian age, look at all the prophets. So men have been the people that you saw. Even in the Christian dispensation, you see the apostles being men that God is using. Even in the church, then it comes to talk about a man should pray, a man should teach, a man should do. It's not for any reason. Now, for one person, a man I am, because they were created in an embodiment of power that they should lead. Now, with that, say, Obe warrior. Now, say, one who how intelligently you are going to, and that's if you're over warrior, say, like, who is the date? That's how to regulate that kind of power sense. Why here you can't marry a lady who has a sense of identity.
Okay.
Because why nobody also compete with you. But when I want you how I see a funny like what tone down on how you see things actually. I hope you are getting it.
Yes.
Funny say what could you maybe or buying a boss. I was why nature was also why name yes as a bear man or ban command it because the person is working as a boss.
A boss. Okay.
She's working as a manager. It will be commando. The fact is our commando in say Otitia Obama.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, no so. But when you say a member will say you want say this lady is so bossy. Obawe too proud or easy. But on understanding the position no the work na ni pani it's and then I was say you now on the other side so say who date now say bear man who be na so or can say bia who have a sense of identity all right but bear man or can say bia we need so there and so I mean you have to set up like obano
also sit up
which I say
okay
like show no maybe bia onye hu yi
okay
it's but more na say kasachire bi anase nima bi na also mani hu wo a wa mani hu wo
okay
and no so obete wase a mutimi emuvu kama but mpempi no so na ya na egufuo ni adenti no they cannot actually resolve matters among themselves in dating period.
That's it. We just say yesua de ebreko yi pa youth and dating and no asem ana ene awia ye jebre na ye pese
yo me ba mami can say me san be close up now so be for in final takes, but I'm saying a
brain.
Yo, there's something I want to make clear to whoever is watching. There's a notion be a attack can say, Oko warrior, don't look at or be a hofe.
Yeah.
Any other. I don't think it should be a rule. It should straightly be an advice. In the sense that, the first thing that should ever make a man be interested in any woman should be Nahofe.
And
Subain is a bedrock for you to
make a decision about
Obama. But that attraction, what do I say? Obed can be say or a person should be interested. The interesting, the flip side is that the person attracts.
Yeah.
Because someone attracts you more 1, 2, 3 now and one a call for more. I think that the main point that whoever or our preachers know I think what they are trying to say is
yes,
that part in the
yes,
but as for that home friend day, we interested.
Yes.
Minimum obi tia also no mpe oba oye koko. Yes. Wunim nipa kro.
Nipa kro.
Ena mimi tie me pe oba oye koko.
Yeah.
Also the obe minu the obe pe ba oware koko. Just ope koko. Enti no, that's what first of all attract you. Who are when you want person ko. It is a Bema no any that kind of person. A man be bro say me pe Bema or titia. Zone jump pe Bema or titia. And who could share titia.
Men could it no.
And kofa because onye attracted to you.
Yeah.
Onye attracted to you. You know, that's one thing I'm say end it with. Say and do more communication in the dating because more worry we are. You need that. That's the only campaign message that will still be going on after the election. Communication.
That's the only campaign message that should be going on. Campaign after the election. No campaign. No campaign message. Everybody communication. And Rashad like there are two. As down come out, we be our Jibre. Na only be share. Was down come out as a package. You know by overcome. And Rashad like the end one kind. But Obed the so Kumasi all the way ever joining us in the studios to have a discussion about the youth and dating. As down come out so Jibre Monday holiday and opa if an opana ya bomwa between via Sabri and you know that's also online I don't comment but your comment they are all appreciated. But Mamenka will say anywhere 7 p.m. sharp a digital lectureship now near Twaso. But the topic is marriage, divorce, and remarriage as taught in the Bible. Marriage, divorce, and remarriage as taught in the Bible. Yes, Pakeni, Don Blackwell, Udini Juma, or GBN, and the other platforms. Make a date with us. Na in Komo. I don't know me. And you say, Shabby, Mediani Jonathan, Mensa, Bonsu, Macro Bibia. Bye bye.
Among the shadows, living in a lonely land with strangers, we're a band of pilgrims on the move. Dangers burdened down with sorrows, and we're shunned on every hand, but we are looking for a city built above.